Would Zora have a long rest at this point?
We will get to that. Okay, so you two, bless you.
Thank you.
You two, Kita and Friends. I always want to say Forenza because I feel like it's supposed to be like Italian or Spanish, and like you're supposed to do the at the end.
I feel that way as well.
Forenza. Anyway, yeah, you wake up on board the Gilded Anchor.
The boat?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Yes. Looking around, you see.
Am I arrested?
Short rest at this point.
I'm just short rest. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are still pretty fucking wounded. Well, I mean, you could probably spend your hit die to get most of it back. Fucking 5e. Anyway, you would see on the deck Morrow. And actually, well, I guess you guys would actually wake up in the under area. Okay, so you would not see Morrow. You would see the body of Raven laying down on the ground, kind of like in a respectful manner, though. You know, like on like some cloth kind of thing.
Like you just got hooked onto the phone.
Right. No.
Damn.
Wow.
Kind of like arms crossed, that kind of thing.
I'm looking for
there are several of the prisoners that you saw inside the prison are down below deck with you guys. And Lilith is currently tending to Zora's wounds.
Wake up, like.
Yeah, you rolled it with some of your.
Oh, Lilith, did you see me? I was amazing.
Yes, I saw. You okay?
Did we win?
Yeah, I mean it depends on your definition of win. You had a rough one. One of your friends didn't make it, and neither did your golem.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I get up and I immediately start looking for Pearl.
Okay. Yeah. So looking around.
I push Lilith out of the way. I start yelling for Pearl on the boat.
And are we both there next to each other?
Yeah. I mean, basically, there's a bed that you're too big for, really. You're sitting
of course.
on. And he's kind of on the other side of the room. There's several cots that y'all were laying in now. Zora is frantically searching about. The commotion would definitely wake you at this point if you weren't already. Going around, there's basically these prisoners. There's Captain Morrow on the deck, and you can see that you guys are not far away from land.
Okay, I see Pearl. Do I see Pearl's body anywhere?
No.
How tall is Captain Morrow?
Oh, 4'5", 4 something.
I grab him by the scruff of his collar, lift him off the ground because I'm taller than him. Where is she?
He, hold on a minute.
I shake
Where's
him.
who?
Where is Pearl? I shake him.
She's... You talking about the big one?
Yes, where is she?
We had to leave her.
I throw him on the ground. I jump off the boat and start swimming for shore.
Okay. Well, where you're at right now, if you whenever you go off, towards where land is, you would see that you guys are basically sailing right near where you guys originally came out of the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of in that area. So it would be, you have to go that way.
Yeah, I'm going for. If I can see where we were before, I'm going for it.
Okay.
Here comes I'm just kidding.
Go ahead and roll your hit dice.
Hit
die. Okay. All right. So you're off doing that. You still have, at least probably 19 hours of water. Well, you don't need water.
Yeah, I'm a creature of the water. That's why I jump. That's why I jump on the boat.
Okay. So that trip will take you. I'm gonna say maybe 30 minutes of swimming.
Okay.
So while that's going on, there is you.
Yeah.
Like I said, Forenza is there?
Friends.
Friends.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
Because I read it. I have to read it because anyway.
Just
Kita.
call him Francis.
Kita is also there. I forgot to mention Kita. She is there. And Lilith, who's kind of astonished by this reaction.
After waking up through his.
And by the way, Morrow's on the deck with a lot of these other prisoners that are working the ship for him.
Mm-hmm. How did I end up here?
Well,
Asking to whoever's.
Lilith, she goes over to you. She says, "Well, all these people here, we carried you as best we could. It was a close call. Your friend Stanwyck, he held off the guards as long as he could.
Oh no!
Oh no!
You did. I really am burning the world down.
Oh no!
You killed Stanwyck? You motherfucker!
What?
You don't know if he's dead.
I don't know if I'm more mad about Pearl or Stanwyck right now.
I don't even dare interspite. But she said they carried him the best that they could. It's like, sorry, we had to leave your trunk.
We had to leave your gold behind.
Your trunk.
Yeah,
we
we
carried
had.
you as best we could, but the trunk just made you too heavy. We had to hack it off.
Oh.
I'm
Wow.
sorry. I'm shut now.
No, I'm just like, you couldn't carry the golem, but you could carry the elephant.
Well,
Exactly.
if
The golem was dead.
If it comes down to the dead or the living, yeah.
if someone were to ask her, I'm sure she could give a response to that.
Oh, why they? Yeah, okay. Why didn't they all? What about the pearl?
What
Why
about the
would
pearl?
Yeah. Why about the pearl?
the black pearl? What about the black pearl?
What about that
Yeah,
pearl?
you guys are able to get me here. Where's she at?
That was too heavy. She was too heavy and too large, and she's not living like us.
I never thought that pearl.
That
From the-
pearl.
From the ether to you, I never thought that.
we were barely able to get you and to get your friend's body recovered.
My friend's body?
She gestures down to Raven.
Quickly rush over to her and try to check her for a pulse or anything like that.
By this point, she's cold.
Gone.
It was.
Everybody get out of the way of the raging elephant.
Yeah.
Stampede. One man stampede.
Captain Elephant ahead.
I think we hit a nice. Nope, that was an elephant.
For some reason I'm picturing the Hulk on the airship.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Why?
Alright. Sorry.
Yeah.
So Lilith comes up behind you while you're inspecting and puts her hand on your back. She says, "I'm sorry. I wish there was something that we could do, but that was a fierce battle.
Where's that fucker?
If you're talking about Lucius, he's dead.
I don't need them all.
The centaur
good.
Oh
killed
no,
him.
I'm good, thank you.
Not good, thanks.
I don't want all these. I just want like a few.
We were
Take some.
Oh.
Somebody take some. Yes.
Peer pressure.
Take it.
Take this candy.
We were barely able to set off before Captain Nar reached the boat, but we held him away. It was close. Would he have reached us? I don't think any of us would have survived.
Well, looks like we're going to have to regroup then.
Captain Morrow comes down at this point, down the stairs, and he says, "What's going to that bitch?
Who are you talking about?
The fishy one. I mean, I'm thankful that he saved my life and all, but what's he jumping off for?"
I guess you just told him that Pearl died. Would I? No, okay, I won't have that, so there's no way for me to catch him at all. he's gone. There's no.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
yeah.
fucking fish in the sea swimming right now.
Yeah.
Damn, Morrow, I thought you'd care.
Fucking like doing the wiggle.
Yeah. We have to find a way to bring him back. 'Cause he's just gonna go to his death going back right now.
Ah, fuck. Well. Fuck. I owe my life.
Morrow, I'm sorry, you're gonna die.
Lilith kind of nods and she says, I owe my life as well. Were it not for you guys, we would certainly be dead. And Morrow says, that fucking worm they put in me almost killed me. He kind of points down at his back and you see there's like clearly, like he looks like he's dug around in his back with a dagger or something like that to pull something out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of Lucius's friends. Fucking worms.
What they put in you?
Some kind of parasite takes away your ability to function. First took away my speech. Was about to take more than that.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't talk.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
couldn't
he's
talk.
tongueless.
I thought he was tongueless. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
not.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was saying tongueless.
Yeah, I was told tongueless.
yeah. We were told
We were
that.
told that
Yeah, we were told no tongue.
Yeah.
his tongue got chopped off.
Yeah,
I
we
thought
were
that's
told
what you
that.
said.
No, I just said he couldn't talk.
No, because we asked, we're like,
I
why
could've
can't
sworn
he?
that
You
he
said no
said no
tongue.
tongue.
Every one of
Yeah.
us heard no tongue.
Yeah, I
No
heard no
tongue.
tongue too.
Wow. I've slept
Well-
since then.
I mean, it was a guard or something that was speaking that we heard it from. So I mean, you could. I guess you can kind of
Because
say
they
it
had
was
a whole
someone else.
conversation about how he didn't need his tongue anymore or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause it
Yeah.
was useless and he didn't
Something,
want
yeah.
talking.
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't need
Yeah,
to
because
speak
we
anymore.
wanted to ask him a
Yeah.
question, and then like he didn't.
I guess maybe that's what
He,
we thought.
no,
And then-
no. He said you didn't need to speak anymore.
Yeah.
Like he didn't need to hear anything more. Something to that
We
effect.
cut out his tongue because
Yeah.
he didn't need to speak anymore. That's the phrase.
Hmm.
I specifically remember hearing the tongue. Be
I
cut
don't
out.
know. I'll review the recording.
All right.
Let's go review.
Either way, if you guys really don't want him to have a tongue,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
No, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, keep that.
The
He can have a
tongue
tongue.
was the worm, and then he got it and he put it back.
Oh
That's
wow.
how it makes it.
that's gross.
It's
Ew,
canon.
yeah.
It's canon.
It's part of it now.
The worm works for him.
That's some serious magic right there. Just cut out your tongue and put it in your back. Now you can't talk.
Yeah, the worm works for him now. Anytime the worm wants a massage, anytime he wants to punish the worm, give it whiplash.
Okay.
This is fucked up.
we
Yeah,
have
yes.
to, yeah. We have to find a way
Where
to
should be
bring it back.
taken seriously?
Important question.
Yeah.
Did the level apply?
Yeah.
While we
Yeah.
were unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
too.
I don't require the.
Well, I think with mine, it probably wouldn't if I'm gonna go the way I'm going. I still have to go to what's his name to get probably my focus or something, kind of study from Norlac a little bit.
Well,
I would think.
Dun dun dun.
well. Hold that thought.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. So back in the moment.
hmm
I don't remember what the last thing that was
We
said.
have to stop him from
Yes.
going to shore.
I'm dash swimming
Yeah.
the whole way, by the way. So
We all go back and we all die and we all make new characters.
that's not what I'm going for. I'm just doing what Zora would
I
do,
know.
hearing that Pearl got left behind.
I know. Yeah.
He's not gonna believe it until he sees it. And he will vicious mockery the whole town.
How fast is your swim speed?
It's my normal walking speed, so 60 feet per round, 10 feet per second.
If I take, okay, DM question then. If I take my movement speed thing of my potion, whichever one it was, I think it says 15 extra feet of movement. Yeah, 15 feet extra of movement. Would I be able to catch him
You can move
before
it.
he makes it
You can move it 40 feet per second per round.
per round? Even under,
Because you that would put you up to 45, right?
yeah,
Which would be 20 or 25 even.
Yeah.
And then if you dash, it's still 50. I'm still going 60 every turn.
You're still going faster, yeah. There's no way for me to catch you.
Because you don't have a swim speed.
Yeah, it's not a swim speed increase. It's just a regular movement increase. Okay. Fair enough.
Well, so Morrow is not very enthused about the idea. I don't like it, but I'm in your debt. So
Well, get us close enough, and I'll see if I can't try to catch him before he kills himself.
He'll be fine. The level up's important.
he looks to Lilith, and Lilith nods, and he says, "All right then, we fucking owe you. We'll do what you ask." He goes back up to the deck and starts instructing the prisoners, who actually are mostly pirates. And
Oh, nice.
Just an idea, but I didn't want to speak.
2 steps ahead of you.
Oh.
I figured you kind of had to be, but when I thought it, I couldn't not tell you. So, yeah.
I like it if he sticks.
I was thinking it ever since you jumped off the boat, and then you said it.
Yeah. So, little bit of time passes. So you would have.
If I see any schools of fish, I'm telling them to get the fuck out of the way because I can communicate to fish.
Yeah, there's several different, some aquatic life forms are, scampering away at your warning.
One of them looks remarkably like Cindy, but the fish one.
Doesn't even faze me. I'm like eagle eyes locked on the like going up in the air, seeing going back below, doing the whole dolphin style.
Making sure you're on track still, kind of thing.
Okay. So you would, I would say that you're probably, I don't know ship speeds very well, but I'm going to say that you probably get there first.
That they have to turn around. They have to put up sails.
Yeah.
I think it would be faster, but it would be harder to turn. Yeah.
As I get to the shore, because we leveled up, I'll use my new spell slot to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. All right. So I don't know if you remember the setup, but it's basically you've got a stairs that go up onto that area.
I'm gonna go back to where the fight was.
Okay. So
Being sneaky.
whenever you come to the surface and you're invisible, you would note that there is an increased guard activity going on. So you can roll stealth with advantage because you're invisible.
That's bad.
Ooh.
13.
13. Do you not have inspiration still? We can triple advantage.
Ooh. Okay.
That's better.
25.
25. Okay. So yeah,
No more inspiration.
Yeah.
you're just going right past them.
I'm
There's
just
like I
trying-
said, there's
I'm invisible, so there's
Right.
no like need to hide behind
right.
anything.
Yeah. So you're just walking right past all these guards. They're doing mostly there's some of them that are disposing of bodies. There are a few people that seem to be in charge that are kind of giving direction to the lessers. They mostly seem to be relatively untrained guards. Very young compared to the other ones that seemed a lot more competent. And just what you observe from just looking at how they conduct themselves. And going back into the dungeon area, you would see. There is one thing I need to check. I'm sorry, give me just a moment. It is a mechanic-related thing, not mechanic as in cars, but mechanic as in you know what I'm talking about. All right, let me see how long it's been versus this thing, because this is very important. Oh shit. Okay, so you also would see that flying burning skull floating around.
Son of
That's
a bitch.
I'm taking note of it, but I'm looking for Pearl.
Right.
Yeah, I can remember looking that up after that, and I thought about doing something fun with that, but then some other stuff happened. So
What kind of fun are you gonna have with a flame
I
skull?
was thinking of taking it back with me, thinking I could make something with it,
It'd
and
be
bring it
like,
back,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden it would come back to life instead of our base. Is what I was thinking.
So yeah, that's one of the creatures that is also barking orders. Is that flaming skull that's floating in the air. Once you get past the slew of guards, because none of them are going to beat that 25, you work your way back up into that area. There's of course the giant area where there was frost earlier has been swept clean for the most part of but it's still wet. There's still blood all over the place that's being washed up, people scrubbing, things like that. And you see off in the far left corner, you see Pearl's remains kind of pushed aside. And there are, like I said, there's guards around just cleaning, doing shit like that.
I'm gonna go over to her body.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna silently take the thing that she got from Cindy.
Okay.
Anything else that she would have had on her? What did Pearl have on
I
her?
think that's pretty much it. Because I mean, everything else she did like just with herself. So.
Her fists of low rolls, sadly.
Damn those rolls.
But good barrel throws.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take and pocket the what was it?
Hair bow. She
Yeah.
had it like a headband with a bow on it.
Take and pocket the hair bow.
Okay.
I'm going for Jericho.
Okay. All right. So, are you going to try and go out through
The sewer,
the
swimming thing that we
Okay, you're gonna. All right. So, right about the time whenever you get out back down into that area, because you would have no issue sneaking back through everyone. How long? Invisibility is like an hour, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, you actually would get back out. You're still invisible. Dip right into the water, and as you're swimming out, you would see the hole or the bottom. I don't know ship terms very well.
The hull of the ship.
Hey, I was right. Cool. Yes, from up above you where you're swimming after some time, and it would be.
I thought we came in through a sewer, like a little sewer channel.
No, well, the way I described it may have sounded that way, but basically there's a sewer exit that went into the ocean, and then you guys swam a ways to get to the cavern, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so about the time that you noticed that, you would have rummaged through some things. Morrow would have given you access to his the things that he was smuggling, which is a menagerie of +1 weapons that were meant to be used against the Empire.
Okay.
So ironically, they will be used against the Empire, just not in the people that he expected. So basically, you have your pick of +1 weapon. You would also have the spell book of Lucius and the staff that he had. Those were picked up by the prisoners.
Can I tell anything about the staff or anything special about it, or?
Yes. Let me see if I still have. Oh fuck! I
Or
deleted
do
it.
I need to make a roll for it, or?
You can do. Well, you're gonna need someone to cast an identify spell or attune to it. That's what you're gonna need to do. But you can obviously tell, because your Arcana is pretty good, that it is magical in nature. You don't see that. Clearly it's probably not cursed, because if it was cursed, then you would know that he probably would be suffering from some kind of curse. It didn't seem like he was. So, because he seemed rather competent.
And how much more do we have on the water walking or water breathing?
20 hours.
That's a good spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, 20 hours still.
Yeah, it's a 24-hour spell.
Okay. Okay. So I take it we just basically kind of came back and I can see the coast again. And do I see anything in the water or anything like that? Do we notice?
There's just no fucking way that you can see him because
yeah.
he's invisible right now.
Oh, that's true too.
He's invisible and he's underwater, but he would see the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going straight for Jericho.
So you're not gonna board the ship?
Nope, I'm going straight for Jericho.
Okay.
Would my because you said this is.
I'm sorry.
Which,
It's
I know
what I would do.
I know it's wishy-washy here too because of I have something I want to do, but I don't feel like you would actually have the knowledge to quite do it yet.
Yeah.
With the spells?
Okay. So basically, whenever you thumb through the
There we go. Okay.
whenever you thumb through this book,
Okay.
it actually kind of spoke to you in a way.
Okay.
And as it did so, there you felt like you had some kind of an innate knowledge of magic that you had learned throughout the years. Like you had learned about how the weave functions in a more visceral sense, but looking through the book and reading its contents, the spell book, on the way back,
It made sense.
you were able to like have a deeper understanding of it.
Okay.
So at that point, it's less from not a druidic, but a shamanistic understanding, and more of like a academic to a degree, but very, very, very light.
Yeah.
I'd say like you may be able to cast. You can cast level 1.
Okay, because that's all I was kind of looking at.
You
And
got some
the
cantrips.
ones I've already kind of pieced together just those to start with, and
Yeah.
everything else I'd find in the world is what I figured. After kind of going through the book for a bit, I walk up onto the deck of the ship.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The staff
Oh yeah,
is called Staff of the Adder.
adder.
No, not that one. That's the wrong one. It's the wrong one. My bad.
Dang.
That is not the right one. It is.
An adder is a snake.
Skyblinder staff.
Skywander.
Skyblinder.
Skyblinder.
Yeah, the adder one was for druids.
I take it it's actually an equipment thing. I can.
Yep, it's in there.
Okay. I'll worry about that later. But anyways, I walk up on the deck of the ship. Say, if you see someone fall in the water here, just a little bit carrying Pearl, you
Oh,
guys.
He just all he took was the bow, and
Okay.
so he's traveling light right now.
No, I'm telling the people on
Okay.
on the deck before
Okay.
I'm going.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. If y'all see someone carrying Pearl here in just a few minutes, start heading on back to Jericho or base or wherever you guys can go to meet back up.
Okay.
I jump in the water and swim all the way up to the steps.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to look for a moment whenever it'll be easy for me to kind of get out real quick. Or a place I can get out of water and not be seen for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not going to take long to cast this. I want to make sure before I do. Yeah, okay, it's one action. So okay.
Yeah, I mean the way that the place is situated, there's like a high wall to the right of you when you're at the steps, so you have to go a ways before you're really
Visible. Okay.
for the most part. Yeah.
I get out of the water there, and then I cast a sky self on myself, and I make myself look like one of the guards. I'm making kind of a beefier looking guy who can probably lift up a massive construct.
Mm-hmm.
And I start working my way up to where I last saw her.
Okay. All right. So what I want you to do is I'm gonna say do a deception roll with advantage because you're disguised right now, and I'm going to have these guys
Good.
roll insight.
Oh,
Glad you rolled the good one first.
yeah.
How's low?
It's under
Skills.
14.
Okay, so average overall. I'd say about a 10 for all of them.
Well, that's good. 14 is what I rolled.
Okay. So they are busy doing their work as ordered by the thing, and then of course there's the Flame Skull. I forgot to mention Flame Skull. Flame Skull is very occupied, which is good because he's actually very perceptive. Nat 1.
That one.
That one,
Yeah.
woo.
Yeah.
Flaming bitch is more like it.
Flame Skull starts kind of like moving around kind of wildly and shouting while you're going. Everybody's distracted by this.
Yeah, I'll walk up there and grab her, and then I start heading her back.
Okay,
towards the
well
dock.
that gets you up into
Okay.
that room. So there's people cleaning still. You're just walking by them. They are preoccupied. So yeah, you pick up. You're just picking up the whole thing.
I'm picking up all the pearl and trying to walk her out like to get rid of the body to clean up the area for her.
Okay.
It's
So
kinda-
yeah, you're looked at kind of quizzically. They're like people are like, damn.
Yeah.
Somebody kind of looks
Pulled it
over.
hard,
and
me.
he says, "What workout are you doing?"
All protein diet.
Man, that costs a lot.
Yeah.
That costs a lot. Well, but I'll give it a shot though. Well, I guess you better get going. That looks heavy.
Thanks. I keep on going with her on my shoulder if I'm able to.
Do
and-
I smell smoke or am I crazy?
It smells like somebody's cooking some kind of like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess, okay, I
Or
just want
it
to
could
make
be
sure
a
I
heater.
wouldn't like.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
It smells smoky, but not like.
Yeah.
Not like fire.
But not like
Not like-
smoke. just
yeah.
the-
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
cookie smoke.
Smoked pork, kind of.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just making sure. Because, I mean, I can't smell a whole lot, but I was like, I swear I smell smoke. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Making
the
sure.
fires of hell burning, waiting for me to arrive to fetch your soul.
So you managed to get back down to the dock area, as it were, and still garbage. So he's still shouting, and just a brief looking up, you would see that there's a swarm of flies around the flame skull, and it's just kind of like shooting off little fire bolts here and there, trying to scatter them.
That's kind of funny.
I think that's the best way to do it. Okay. How deep was it here? Was it pretty deep?
Mhm.
Okay, good. Yeah, I walk up to the edge to the pier
With Pearl.
with Pearl,
With pearl.
and all of a sudden, I slip and I fall back and fall with Pearl laying on top of me to weight me straight down all the way down. I go all the way straight down,
Nice.
and then I walk her back to Jared.
Okay.
Back to the Underdark.
Yeah, and they knew that as soon as they saw someone carrying Pearl to head back.
Oh, good plan.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So that happens.
Mhm.
So are you getting back on the ship
No, the plan was just for me to take her straight on through the underwater.
through the water? Okay.
Once you see someone carrying Pearl, go back
They
in.
were to
Go
go.
back in.
Okay.
Yeah, I told him to go.
So you would see the ship depart.
The fuck is that big guard guy?
Yeah.
He had Pearl. Mm-hmm.
And nobody is actually going to bother trying to stop you because they're not that worried about their guards right now. They've lost quite a
Just
few.
not so sure how well this plan was thought through.
Okay. All right. So time passes. And so you would arrive first.
I'm going straight for where Jericho was.
Okay.
Straight for where the old thing that I talked to before.
Okay.
Mm.
Well,
Oh,
whenever
that's what that thing was. Okay, I couldn't think of the name of him.
Well, we call him Jesus as a joke, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, okay.
It's crab Jesus.
Yeah, you called it.
But when I say you get there first, it would be like because they would have picked up their speed and everything and eventually caught up. So
I'm still gonna be behind him a good bit though.
yeah, you're gonna be behind. So
you're like half speed.
Yeah.
Carry him.
Yeah, you're-
Pearl.
You have big build, so you can move normal speed.
so whenever you get back into the Undercity, after going through. Well, actually, at that point, you would be able to stop before you get to the actual city, and then go and visit Jericho. So, whenever you get there, as usual, the chains are wrapped around.
My invisibility still up?
I'm gonna say yes.
I will attempt to undo the lock and chains.
Okay. Do a sleight of hand or thieves' tools.
I don't think I have to use tools. I'll just use my trident to break it.
Well, I mean, you guys pretty much just wrapped it around. I don't know if you put a lock
we
back
didn't
on
have,
it.
we didn't have a lock, so...
Okay, so never mind. So you're just trying to be quiet.
Okay, yeah. So, would that be stealth?
Yeah.
25.
25. Okay. So yeah, there are some water reservoir workers that are walking by here and there while you're doing this, and there might be a little jingle here and there. Then they might look by, and then they just go on their way.
What a crazy random happenstance.
And
Must be the wind.
exactly. So you work your way back in there, and whenever you reach there, Jericho is awaiting.
Job invisibility. You said you can give us something that we want.
I did.
I want Pearl back.
Yeah. Is that so? Well, I think we might be able to do something for each other then.
What's that?
Well, there is a temple off in the jungle. It's been abandoned for some time, at least by mortals. But there's an angel who's supposed to live there, who does things for people. Only thing is, recently a devil has worked its way in there, and my understanding is the angel is a prisoner. Don't really care so much for the angel, but I'm not really a big fan of devils. So, get rid of the devil. Maybe the angel will help you out. If not, I'll do it.
Where is it?
So he would give you some basic instructions. Basically, you have to go into the jungle. It is to the east, outside the city. There are two good ways to get there. You can go through the jungle, which is perilous. There are many beasts. Or you can go through the Underdark, which is also quite perilous because there are many beasts, but of a different kind. It's really just whatever you think would be best, but you're definitely going to need more than just yourself. Wherever your friends are, if, you can get them, they would be best. And there's also a very peculiar young lady who happened to come and visit me recently, who was trying to get a curse broken, and if she helps you out with this, I'll lift her curse. So you can seek her out.
Tell me where to find her.
She's probably in the courtyard right now, looking for some kind of magic person, something to that effect, to free her of her curse.
One more thing. Give me some power.
Power, I can do power.
This is where the feat that I was talking about comes in.
Okay. So
a bit of a sapphire and magenta color smoke swirls around my body.
Nice.
It's like opposing coral colors almost.
Yeah. So you may want to gather quite a few people. This devil is low on the rungs. I would go there and deal with it myself, but I'm bound here, unfortunately.
I'll kill him.
He probably deserves it.
I'll find him and I will kill him. I'll just leave.
Okay. Alright, so about the time he comes out, you guys would be there, finally. The ship would have arrived not too long ago, and Kita and the Centaur would have found where they were going to go. So what do you do whenever you get back?
Find a place to sit down. Pearl, of course. Probably go back to wherever their chamber was.
I will.
Okay.
I will pseudo lock the chain thing again.
Gotcha. Okay. Dummy lock. Okay, so whenever you get back into like the city proper area, you're encountered by Norlac immediately, who dodders up to you, and he's where you seem to be missing a few.
Yes. It didn't go as planned.
I'm sorry to hear that. You should rest. You look like hell.
I'm looking
Not
for
yet.
shaman.
Okay, you're looking for him? Alright, so you would find him talking to Norlac.
I wouldn't get there around that time.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, does he still have Pearl?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You got her.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you want me to set her someplace for you?
Yeah, the Rat King gave me some chambers. Come with me. I need to talk to you.
Follow him off.
Okay.
Norlac, did you need something?
I was just going to say you could crash at my place if you needed to.
No, I have big enough chambers.
Very well. Very well.
Thank you, though, Norlac.
Yes. Thank you. I'm glad to see that you were able to rescue Morrow, but I'm sorry about your friend.
No, we'll talk later.
Okay.
Go back to my chambers and let him in. Show him where to set Pearl down, and then I close the door and scream. At this point, there's like a big swirl of sapphire magenta smoke around my body. It's kind of creepy.
I smack him.
Pull yourself together.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I was going with it. We're in trying times.
I know of someone who might be able to help us.
Are you speaking of?
I saw your friend's body too. There's a temple in the jungle to the southeast.
Southeast.
To the southeast of here. There's a devil who has an angel held hostage. If we kill the devil, the angel might help us get who we want back.
Both of them back, you think?
She'd be indebted to us.
Yeah, sounds like it might be our only shot.
We need to get help. I was also told of a couple of people in town that are worth asking for this help. I'll tell him of where one person was. He told us 2 different places, right?
He said there's two ways to get to, but she'd likely be in the square looking for
So
magic users.
So we should go to the square, look for this person, get some rest, and some supplies from the Rat King, and go.
All right. Well, clearly we're in no shape right now to do anything.
I'm gonna go find this person, enlist them, and then I'm gonna take a rest for the night.
All right. I'll head with you then.
We're gonna go look for mystery person. I don't know which one it'll be.
Okay. So y'all are doing that before you rest? You're looking for the people?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just walking around in the square, it would not take you long. You'd find Chef talking to Norlac.
And it's,
Him
okay. It's outside. I was thinking inside the main square. Okay, we'll find it.
Oh no.
I thought it was in the Undercity as well.
No, yeah, that's what I'm talking
I
about.
want to be sure before we just walk around up front. Oh, we're looking for
Yeah.
one of the criminals.
Seize them.
Yeah, she's
Yeah. I did not think it was on the upper world. Okay.
what does Chef look like right now? She's currently talking to Norlac, the first magic user that people pointed her to.
I mean, she wouldn't have any reason to be in disguise, so she would just look like herself. So,
See, I don't even remember what she looked like.
you son of a bitch.
Well, she had many appearances. Changeling.
Oh.
No, she didn't. She looked like herself, and then for a second, she was like
she
this
imitated
and
other
that.
people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Anyway, so she is, she has grayish tinted skin. One of her eyes is really, really, really dark, almost black, but it's just really dark brown. The other one's kind of grayish. She's got black hair down to her feet.
Oh shit!
And,
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
And she is carrying around a really big pan on her back, like a sword, but it's a pan. And she has a kind of like bratty's not the right word, but like just not very distinguishable, like just weird clothes on. Her hands are all wrapped up because she burns herself a lot when she cooks. And she's talking to Norlac, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna see her talking to Nagamon. That can't be who I was told about.
So whenever you guys are close and you hear Norlac, he's just like, curses are strange, but I've never heard one like this before.
I put my face in my palm.
Wait,
that is who I was
Yeah,
talking
because
about.
you're talking to him about trying to find a way to break the curse, and he's saying, I've never heard of one like this.
Norlac,
Hello.
can I speak to your new friend, please?
Sure, that's fine.
Thank you. Shaman, maybe Norlac knows of somebody else that can help. Can you?
Yeah. We're looking.
How tall are you?
You know what? I don't remember how tall I made her. I think it was like 5'4" or something like that.
Yeah,
Relatively average height.
So I look like I'm like an inch taller than you. I'm like, hello, person.
Well, you didn't ask to be introduced, though.
Are you a person?
I am a person.
Okay. Hello. My name is Zora Kipanura.
What?
You're cursed.
She didn't have anything else to say right then. It's only when she says more than one sentence.
Oh.
You can't do it in the same sentence. This character's gonna be kind of difficult for me to play in person, so y'all forgive me.
No, it's okay.
So.
Okay.
Somebody told me about you. And if you're looking for help, I think I can be of help.
I'm looking for help too. Before my curse goes out of control and says,
Shit, I can't do it.
she's cursed to only speak in rhymes all the time, and I can't think of a rhyme.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That'd be perfect for him.
Oh man, that'd be rough.
Right.
I have a curse too, so tell me, what can you do?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
That also works.
Ah, there you go.
It's easier when you're not on the
Yes.
spotlight.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's easier when I have a lot more time to think about it because I'm typing it.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
anyway, go ahead.
So, there's a temple we're supposed to go to. We have to slay something that's holding an angel captive. And after that, a mutual friend that we know said he would lift your curse.
Lifting my curse is all that I need. Maybe I can help you and everyone else who would ever need to be freed.
Pretty good.
It's gonna take me a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can think about it this way, where like she doesn't even know exactly the rhyme that she's gonna say sometimes, but she has like a compulsion.
It's
She
like
can't
Michael.
stop
Yeah.
talking.
This Michael's got it.
It's
This
so
Michael's
Yeah.
got it.
She can't. Yeah, she can't stop.
It's
Like,
sometimes I start a sentence, I don't even know where I'm going with it.
Exactly. No, but it also kind of threw me off because you said that she went to see Jericho, but that then she was out looking for magic users, and so like, what exactly did he tell her?
oh, he
Like-
basically told her to fuck off. So you're
Oh,
looking for
okay,
somebody. You were looking for
okay.
somebody else
See,
to do
that's
it.
what I thought that was gonna give me something to kind of talk about, but then it's like, well, fuck. I mean, I didn't really get anything out of him, so.
Now you do have something to get out of him.
Yes.
So.
Yes, yes. He wasn't very helpful to me.
But I could be.
You could be.
So, will you come help us slay this thing so we can get the things that we want?
Absolutely.
Okay. We're going to leave tomorrow morning.
Truly?
Indeed. Right. So, I'm going to tell her where to meet. So we don't have to do rhyming dialogue for your sake.
For now.
I'm gonna tell her where I'm.
Great improv exercise.
It really
Yes.
is. I'm gonna tell her.
I'm enjoying it
I'm gonna
already.
tell her where I'm
I'm
staying,
failing.
and that we're gonna meet in the morning.
Okay. And Norlac would point you to you. He would basically say, you can go to this There's a tavern over.
That can't be who I was told to go by.
Yeah.
My goal is for every character I ever make to get that reaction.
That can't be who I'm supposed to
Made.
There's a tavern nearby where
That was great.
supposedly there's an archer of sorts who has ways of the wilderness. She may be able to help you.
All right, we'll make sure we'll go try to talk to her too before the evening's done with. We also found these items on the individual that ended these two's lives, and I hand him the spell book and the staff to get any more information.
7 hells, man! This was Lucius's.
Yes, I guess he's the one who came after us.
You killed Lucius.
Well, kind of. I guess. Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
Wait, am I there? This is not where we
This
are.
is right next to you guys.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, so you guys are having your conversation.
You see me trying to navigate this fucking
Yeah. Mess that you got over there.
this mess of haikus.
God, I couldn't do haikus.
Imagine if you could only speak in haiku.
Oh
I couldn't.
That
god.
would be the worst curse ever.
We'd be here all night.
So he
Oh shit.
sees the spell book, and he's obviously like, holy shit. I don't know what's gonna happen now. That was our biggest problem, was Lucius. But he was kind of the one keeping Nar in control.
Nar? N-A-R or?
K-N-A-R-R. K-N-A-R-R.
I was thinking it like GN.
Captain Nar.
Yeah.
And who's Nar now?
Can't even think
Night Captain.
what
Night
I
Captain,
even want
okay.
to say. This fucking sucks ass. Haiku.
It just always gets me thinking about that episode of Avatar. Ever since that episode happened.
It's okay.
Yeah,
As long as you can pronounce it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my spelling's terrible anyway.
I know.
And I was able to make
I
out
won't be able to do it.
some of his words in the book, strangely enough.
You wouldn't even be able to
You have
type
some
it.
acuity from magic.
I guess. I'm not too sure what else that means, but we'll make sure and go try to find this ranger you said. Sorry, I wasn't great. At the tavern.
Yeah, nearby tavern. There's
Nearby
only
tavern.
like one tavern at this place because it's a city of misfits, more or less,
Okay, yeah.
and it's mostly like a barter society. So they don't have like capitalism where you have competition and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of like everybody goes to the same bar. You've got some merchants,
Okay.
but they're
That sounds so fun.
All right.
it's like Happy Days. No, Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, everybody goes to that bar.
Bar. All right. And then after that, we have some other things to take care of. I take Zara and the new chef with us
Yeah.
to try to hunt down this ranger.
Okay.
Or archer, I guess is what you said, but yeah.
Okay. So you guys go to the tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it is a, this is all in the Undercity, so it's very everything has to be lit by torches, and there's some like magical mushrooms and shit like that here and there. But
Oh. You and I both looked at it. You're like,
but
James, I see you. You little hippie.
I'm taking some of the mushrooms,
okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
stuffing them in my little bag.
That makes sense. You'd have a
I
like
miss Per.
a rat person come by who's like, those are for everybody, right?
She doesn't say anything.
As long as you only take a couple, it's fine, but don't take more than a few.
A couple or a few. You need to be more clear, like I do.
Nice,
Right.
nice.
Let's settle on maybe 5. 5 is the max. Is that okay?
She'll reach into the bag and pull out one that.
I appreciate your honesty. And kind of scampers away.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
But anyway, so you enter the tavern. It is a bustling joint. The people down here have not a whole lot of splendors that they can muster, but drinking alcohol is definitely one of them. And but most of them appear to be they're very plainly dressed, but a wild bunch. There's some minstrels here and there, just playing some music.
Gonna ask. Do you know the name of the person we're looking for?
Crap, I don't think so.
You would only find maybe one person in there with a bow and arrow on their back. Bow and a quiver, rather.
I know she's an archer.
Yeah.
Can handle herself probably. Otherwise, why would we be sent out here?
I don't know. If we find the person with the bow and quiver on their back, we'll approach him.
Okay. So yeah, she would be doing what?
She's just sitting there having a drink.
Okay.
Basically, just sitting by herself.
Plain ass human.
Yep.
Okay. You have a basic hair color.
Red.
Red. Okay.
Red-haired human. She has no soul. There you
Jeez.
While they approach her, Chef is going to sneakily shift into so where she looks like a mouse person and take 5 more mushrooms.
Okay. Okay. There's a certain. But you're inside now, though, or are you? Did you stay outside?
I thought that was outside the door.
No, there's
that's where you took the mushrooms.
You could stay outside.
Well, yeah, I'd stay outside to do that. And then
Okay. All right. So yeah, there's now a center of a particular area of this open marketplace where there's just no mushrooms, just in a little area.
Okay.
You had 10 mushrooms.
Yes.
Magic mushroom.
Yeah, you can add 10 magic mushrooms to your inventory. They are light sources.
Yes, I will.
Light sources? That's awesome.
I will
Kind of like glow sticks.
approach this person and be like, "Hi, what's your name?"
My name
Just to say, whenever you look at him, you will have heard about him,
Oh yeah.
and you will have heard about the others.
Would I know their names?
Names, not necessarily,
No.
but you would have heard about how they broke Norlac free, and that's a big fucking deal.
Yes.
All right, just letting you know.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Zora Kibanura. This is my friend Shaman. What's your name?
Aislinn.
Aislinn.
Yes.
Well, Aislinn, we were told to seek you out because we have something of a chore to do. We'd really appreciate your help.
I've heard about y'all. Y'all went and got Norlac out.
Yeah, that happened.
That happened.
But a couple of our very close friends are in danger, in trouble, and we could really use help to save them.
I too lost a friend, but I wasn't able to save her.
So you understand how we feel.
Yeah, I do. I think I'll come along and help y'all save your friends.
Thank you. I'll tell her about where we're meeting and when we're leaving.
That'll work, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty sure I know how this is gonna go, but whenever you announce your name and everything, there are a few that turn your way, and kind of burly dwarf dudes, and they're drunk as fuck, and they're like, "Oh, you're the fish guy.
I would appear to be.
Yeah, you rescued the wizard man.
A couple of people did.
Have a drink on us. We'll pay for it. Holy shit.
Sorry, gentlemen, I'm not thirsty tonight.
Oh,
Got an early morning tomorrow.
rain check?
Sure.
Oh, damn, he does good work. Same with you, big fella.
Not tonight.
Yeah, we got a busy day tomorrow.
Have to keep our wits about us.
I'll solemnly
Kind of like you can see that his sails have been deflated, and he just turns around and kind of waddles back over to your.
Breaking the spirits now.
Reflate the sails.
Yep. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine.
Will he remember?
He's got the
Yeah,
finest,
remember this.
the finest mushroom ale in the kingdom.
We straight up lost our changeling, so we don't even know.
Yeah, that's true now.
Nah,
Yes.
she'll come back. Just
Yeah.
pop
So
up
when you
like
guys, so what are you doing whenever they get back outside?
You see us. You see both Shaman and I step out of the bar.
I have one of the mushrooms, so I'm like,
We just see a rat person licking a mushroom.
Licking a mushroom.
Yep, and it's a very bright mushroom.
I'm gonna roll a perception check.
Okay.
this doesn't taste like food. I can't say I'm in the mood. Back.
So, with an 18, would I notice the same gear on her as well as the rhyming that she just spoke?
Yes, I'd say 18. Good enough.
I'm not really trying to hide it from
We're like,
anybody except for the one that told me not to take more than 5.
But yeah, you would. I mean, there's not a lot of people that speak in rhymes.
So bloop. Back to normal. Hello.
this is gonna be a long day.
Seems pretty interesting.
I'm sorry I didn't
That
join
might
where
be
you
useful.
go.
That's perfectly fine. I am going to talk with the Rat King and then go to bed. Shaman, you're welcome to share my room if you need.
I'm sure we can. I figure we have kind of a place down there already, didn't we? Or maybe not.
I was the Rat King gave me like a special room because I'm
Because you're special.
Tis an estate.
Okay. And also we have more room too now. So
well, you
I mean, it's going to be a little crowded with all you guys, but
you can stay and study with Norlock if you want. I'm gonna go find the Rat King. You're welcome to join if you'd like.
sure.
Okay, so
I'll see you in the morning. Yeah, I'm being very assholey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sad Zor is an asshole.
Understand.
Only those that share his pain can come.
Wow.
No, not like that, you perverts.
Only they can come hang out with Pro's corpse.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Probably the other one too. At this point, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're just like morbid motherfuckers right now.
You have to join the goth club.
Yeah.
I'm a bard. I'm gonna start playing Hawthorne Heights in the fucking room.
Life is pain. I'm just picturing the goths from South Park.
Oh.
Yes.
This is the saddest
Did you just
song
call me
in the
emo?
world. Thank you.
Meanwhile, he's over there being a vamp kid.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the Rat King.
All right. So
With them too. So yeah.
I want to go.
You could like sneak follow us. I just
I
like
like
dismissed
sneaking.
you. I just like dismissed you. So if you follow us, I would be
I'll
like,
sneak fellow.
okay.
Don't need to roll a sneak.
You can just turn into something again, and just kind of like hide in the groups that you walk by.
Sounds good.
People, like how often do you change, or do you just?
I mean,
Are
she
you
doesn't
staying- are you
usually
staying
feel
a
like
rat?
she needs to, but like, so yeah, she'll just stay a rat. Like, she doesn't just do it, just like boom, 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 just like, be a rat now.
as needed.
As needed, yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't go crazy with it. Most of the time, she just stays in like as herself, unless she like has to be sneaky.
Okay. So yeah, you
Or force of
you wouldn't have any difficulty staying behind them. They're not really looking out for anybody, and this is not a place where you get jumped or anything. So they're not that. Unless you guys are particularly.
No, I think we're just kind of beelining.
Yeah, we're just fucking tired.
Yeah, we're not.
We're doing checklist and then
Yeah,
going to
they
bed.
going to bed. I think that's it. Yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it too right now.
we are fucking drained. We've had a long day. Emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a bad time.
Okay. So, whenever you get there, Kita and Ferenz are talking to Max, the king, and he seems to be rather angry.
Good evening, Rat King.
He looks up. You were part of this, weren't you?
Part of what?
The murdering of Lucius.
No, I was unconscious, and my best friend died. I did not murder Lucius. We tried to get Moro out, and we paid a pretty heavy price for that. I would watch your tone a little, sir. In fact, I'm going to talk to him for about a minute. I can do a minute of dialogue if you want. I'm going to have him do a wisdom save.
Okay. Hold on just a minute. Wisdom.
Fixing a nutcracker on his ass.
I'm trying to think of how high I would have had his wisdom. Because I didn't have him statted yet. Alright. I'm going to say that would be a... Just regular wisdom?
Wisdom save.
A wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's going to be... That's going to be a 15.
15, okay. He does not know what I tried to do.
Not 15, I'm sorry, 14.
I probably wouldn't have done it through the conch, so that wouldn't increase the DC. So he does not know what I tried to do.
Okay. Okay, so what do you spend the minute telling him?
Just just what I just told him, like that we didn't have anything to do with it. That like that I personally didn't have anything to do with it.
Okay, and that's true.
Shaman and I were
both out there.
Both knocked unconscious. Two of our closest friends killed. We woke up on Morrow's boat after we'd gotten Morrow out.
So after this discussion happens, this 1 minute and everything,
he's immune to this ability for how long?
What is the effect? I can't remember.
It's called Words of Terror.
Oh. You're going, yeah, dark then. Guess that's the dark bar one that you talked about doing.
I can just do it once per short rest, so.
What does it do?
It would make him frightened of me.
Okay, all right. So yeah,
but he doesn't know if it fails. He doesn't know that it happened.
Okay. Yeah, he seems kind of taken aback, and focuses more on Ferenz, and just kind of like badgering him about killing Lucius. You don't know what you've done. Him being alive is all that was keeping everything in balance. Now it's just Nar, and he's gonna tear everything apart.
Who?
No.
He's the
Night
night captain.
Night captain. I didn't meet him.
Yeah, well, all I got is.
Oh, you didn't.
Nope.
You didn't. That's right.
I got there before everybody.
Yep. Yeah, you would probably know of him though. You would know of him because you'd been there a while.
Okay.
So yeah, you would know of him.
If Nar's such a problem, then maybe he should die too.
Yeah, we're already down one. We can take down the other. We have one mission to take care of on our own though. Before that.
Yes, we're going to be leaving tomorrow morning for a temple in the jungle. But we'll be back.
Do me a favor and take those two with you. Be good to have them out of my hair.
You insist. Could you perhaps run us some supplies for the journey? I don't know how long it takes to get to this temple. Do you know the temple that I'm speaking of?
I do.
A map would be wonderful.
What are you going to be doing there?
We heard there was a celestial creature in danger, and it might be able to help Shaman and I.
Well, as far as supplies,
just a map and some supplies to get to the journey and back.
Persuasion with advantage.
Ooh.
I'd say advantage.
17 and a 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus.
I mean, you could persuasion or intimidation it, but just the way that you're
25.
Word.
I'll do intimidation, which is
Okay.
even less, 22, but still.
okay. So
I'm feeling saucy as fuck right now.
he's so yeah, he looks over at one of his servants and he says fetch some potions.
Oh. I didn't mean those supplies, but all right.
Yeah.
That's out of character.
Yeah. I figured you
And,
weren't talking about this. We were just talking about food stuff.
Yeah, he servant comes back with about 5 regular healing potions.
Okay.
And About 2 weeks worth of rations.
Okay. Add some healing potions. I will divvy them up later. Because those two aren't there yet.
Is there any kind of foodstuffs around?
To you, almost everything is
You
food.
said 20 days
Right,
worth of
like,
rations?
is there any obvious food?
Obvious foodstuffs. There's people that are, like selling stuff in the market nearby.
You take 10
Just
ration
happy.
portions, I'll take 10.
Okay, 10 rations.
Just thinking of the throne room that be like hors d'oeuvres being passed around or something.
No, nothing like that.
Alright.
Too fancy.
Yeah.
Do we get a map out of that, or do we need one?
A map.
To-
I'm gonna say yes. It's very primitive. It basically has It has. You've seen the map that I've sent you guys. It's basically like that, but it's gonna have a little bit more. I'll get that to you later. But for now, functionally, it will get you in the right direction.
I just don't want to get lost.
Yeah.
Is all.
Well, Rangers can help with that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know like where point B is and how not to get lost.
Yeah. So that's what you would get from him.
Thank you, Rat King.
You're welcome.
We'll leave in the morning. We'll be out of here for however long it takes to get there. However long it takes to get back.
We'll be back at some point.
If Nar, is that his name?
Narg, yeah.
If Nar causes problems, he too can be dealt with.
If you killed Lucius, you could probably kill him. Or whoever killed Lucius. He looks back at friends.
Yeah. Whoever did that can probably do a lot of things. Good night.
He kind of
Leave.
Alright, so you guys go back and get your sleep and everything?
Before that, I'm going to try to, since we're kind of going by components and whatnot at this point, I've already kind of looked at the spell book. I searched for, I bet I could find this around here, mate. I think so. 10 gold worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs that must be consumed by fire.
I'm familiar.
I'm sure you could find it. Do you have the money?
I have the money.
Okay. Yeah, you could make that trade. It is mostly a barter society, but they will take gold.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and do my snooze.
So if you have anything of value that you want to give them instead of that for
I don't know which way I'm going to go, really. We only have the 1+1 weapon and then the staff, right?
that would be, both of those are worth a lot more.
Yeah, I know they're all
So-
worth. I'm not looking at the staff getting that way at all.
They would take that very happily.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can just do the gold if you.
How about I give him my used warhammer and my short sword. Would that be about enough?
That'll do it.
Okay. Instead of the gold.
That'll do it. A little rat merchant, picking up the warhammer with both hands, and taking a little short sword and kind of giving it a swing,
Mm-hmm.
and then gives you your supplies. Thanks, come again.
Yeah.
Before I go to sleep, I'm gonna fashion the bow around my +1 trident.
Okay.
And then
That's awesome.
one last thing I do, I look for any kind of jewelry or anything that Raven was wearing. I'm looking in particular probably for some sort of bracelet or something like that or anything.
Okay.
And it goes around my trunk.
Okay.
Aww.
Yeah, she would have had something from his daughters that she found when she was stealing from them. That meant something to him that he didn't know about. That's what he would find.
Okay.
So,
Their memory lives on with us.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was going with before, and I was hoping to kind of, can I almost use it as the focus now, kind of, or is it actually to be a pure magical item?
I'd allow it.
Okay.
I'd say that it may have had some kind of magical crystal in it.
I mean, yeah, okay. And then I follow up behind him after those two things. Well, I cast my. I'm gonna get rid of this. Then I'm gonna try to do since first time messing with the magic stuff, I looked through and came across that and cast my Find Familiar and bring something up and then take my long rest. I don't really know why I'm not for it. My Raven.
I love the Raven is a good one.
There we go.
Oh, that'll work.
Flavor.
Yeah. As soon as I saw it, that's it.
Delicious.
Okay.
Delicious flavor.
Okay, and then the long rest.
Okay. So you, for the first time, you do this ritual with the incense and the charcoal, and basically thumbing through some of the. It was actually one of the things that was in the spell book, believe it or not. So you would have read through it and trial and error a few times, but eventually you happen to get the incantation correct, and then it's like the weave kind of becomes visible for a moment, and then it just kind of opens, and this raven creature just comes through, and flying up around your face, and just whatever noise ravens make.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And sits on your shoulder.
Yeah, and then tap out for the night.
Immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Raven's just watching. Okay, so everyone gets their rest. Where do you sleep?
Where do I sleep? I wasn't invited.
You just sleep out on the ground somewhere.
That's
Right
very
outside
sad.
the door.
Like a puppy, curl up on the floor.
You could probably afford lodging, given that you're a chef.
Yeah, let's find a little room somewhere nearish.
And you could probably get a room at the tavern just for cooking something.
I'm gonna try to cook something with those glowing mushrooms, 3 of them.
Okay.
Let's see if I can make something edible.
Okay. So
Like
yeah,
mushrooms.
you start cooking them, and as you're cooking them, the luster starts to dissipate. Like it just looks like ends up being this kind of slosh of oddness.
I'm
And,
somewhat disappointed that the glowiness went away.
it basically becomes just this little sautéed. It looks like plain ass mushrooms at that point that are just kind of sautéed. You eat it.
Tastes good.
It might.
So
Yeah, you know.
I'll feed it to
Well,
you
I mean,
over
roll the
dinner.
concentration.
Part of the reason she has a curse. Lori, do you want to explain that later, or?
No, go ahead.
Okay. The reason she has a curse is because she made a deal with the hag to have impeccable cooking skills.
Oh.
And the hag cursed her to have to always speak in rhymes. So.
Got you.
Ooh, so that means she loses it probably. Never the curse is lifted.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Ooh, I think
I
that.
didn't think about that. Maybe.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
It was cast by one thing and then taken away by another
something
thing.
else. Maybe.
Something maybe more skilled than an angel over a hag.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that works.
Okay. So now, what do you guys do?
Hagjetical.
What do you guys do whenever you wake up and start your day?
Wake up.
I'm gonna cook the most delicious
By the way,
breakfast
while you're
ever.
sleeping,
Mm.
you have a vision of Jericho, and it's a very kind of unnerving because the way that you would have thought about the presence of this kind of creature, you would think it would be very imposing and everything, and instead, while you're sleeping, it's just you're having this dream, and it's kind of it's a painful dream because it's about Pearl. So whenever you're having this dream, suddenly it's disturbed by suddenly Jericho just kind of pops in the middle of this memory of dude, that's perfect.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
That is horrifying.
He pops in while you're having this memory.
In his underwear, no less.
Yeah.
Yes.
With nipples drawn on.
Oh,
Yeah.
And,
This is a nightmare.
and he
I
says,
wake up screaming.
He says, by the way, I think you have maybe 7 days. Just about.
I wake up when I was 7. What?
Oh,
man. Breathing heavy.
what now?
Sorry. I had a dream. Go back to sleep.
But yeah, if you guys were thinking the demon would be all like, 7 days. That's all he's like,
We'll die in 7 days.
You've got about 7 days.
You got about 7 days. Oh, by the way, you got about 7 days. Give or take. Probably take. Less likely to give. Jericho's like actually his real name is Jeremy. He works in accounting in the 9 Hells.
If he was a devil, maybe.
Oh yeah, in the Chaos of the Abyss. He just works in a cubicle. He plays solitaire.
You forgot to file your TPS reports, Jericho.
Yeah. Jericho, I expect a report on my desk by Friday. Not, you're gonna have to work on Saturday.
Yeah.
So you said it's morning, yeah?
Yeah.
So, I'll have prepared the most delicious breakfast I can to bring when I, super early. Like, I'm gonna be there before, when they're just waking up.
Okay.
I wake up.
Yeah.
Get ready. Looking at the map, can I guesstimate how long it'll take to get there and back?
It looks to be about a 4 days journey.
Oh, right.
Time is of the essence.
Indeed.
Right.
4 days to
I'm
get
gonna pull
Well,
Shaman
that's
aside and be like, "Listen, I was had a dream, and I don't know if it holds merit or not, but it said that we have 7 days."
And we're going. I look at the map, and are we able to figure out that between the two of us? Exactly how long it would take? I guess.
You would guess as much. On the map, it would have the
My
distance carved out.
worry is, do we need the bodies of our friends there for resurrections?
God, I hope not. That would be hard.
How are we gonna explain carrying Pearl and Raven? A golem would be a lot less suspicious, but
Yeah, but another body. And for us to make that kind of journey with them,
we could still make it in time. I'm sure. We would need, I think, a cart or a wagon to pull.
That's exactly what I was starting to think. They may
covered
start,
wagon.
costing us some. Now I know about you. I don't have much.
Let me look at my.
So at that point, that's when you're gonna hear the, to try to come in.
Yeah, Kita and Ferenz are behind you.
Okay. I've made some food to clear your head. Now come, you should get out of bed.
I'll be.
Kita's like, I like food.
I'll be right back. Meet me at the edge of town that we're gonna leave at. Are we gonna go? I assume we should just go through the Underdark so we can avoid the city and the guard.
Yeah.
So, I'll get us a wagon.
And you get the we'll get the ranger that was up there, and then we'll
bring
her
Pearl and
back.
Raven.
Or are you going up there, grab her, and then come back?
I'll go get the wagon and cart. Send somebody to go get
The ranger is
Aislinn. I was gonna say Aslan. I'm like, that's not right. That's not right. Aislinn.
Sorry, I picked complicated names.
Oh no! Everyone in my
Aslan.
campaign hates me because of the names that I make. They absolutely hate me. So there's the Eastern District, which is the Orientatum District, and then the Western District, which is the Occidens District. How do you spell that? OCCID. OCC. Fuck you, Blake.
Just call her Ace.
Alright, Ace.
You remember that.
I can remember that. Right?
You remember that.
Alright, I'm gonna go attempt to trade my lyre, my rapier, and my dagger for a cart. My lyre is very well made because it's from the Triton Kingdom.
Yeah, given
before he's leaving, I think he's going to do that. I throw him my splint mail. I throw it to him too.
Literally, you're gonna throw it in.
Make a dexterity save.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I die instantly.
Well,
I'll attempt to trade all that for a wagon that I think would be big enough. For
okay, yeah. With all those items,
Horses and
you would
everything
easily be able to get a wagon. It would
Scale mail, not split mail, but yeah.
you would be able to get a wagon of a rather small size. It would be like
something that's big enough to have Pearl and Raven on it.
it could do that.
Okay. And I'll start pulling the wagon to meet them. I don't know who goes to get you.
Yeah.
I like to think that Raven's all like, carried very gently and nicely, like Sleeping Beauty or like Snow White or some
Probably
shit.
so.
And then Pearl's just like,
There's
get
corpse
the
on there, yeah.
to there.
I can see that.
Unless they're around here. I mean, that'd
Yeah,
pretty
he'd be
bad.
like, no, gentle.
He'd have that rage face.
Yeah.
No, Daddy, no!
Yeah. I go up and get her and bring her down to the city and to us or wherever. I guess outside the city.
Morbid as fuck. Bring out your dad!
Yeah.
Bring out your dad.
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah.
Can you wait around 5 minutes?
See you next Friday.
Yeah.
I think I'll pull through actually.
So what do you do about this?
Okay. So, cart, bodies, supplies, people,
Yep.
all gathered.
We have begun our wayward journey.
Begin your wayward journey. Okay, so the only way that you guys know to get into the Underdark at this moment is the exact same way that those troglodytes came through, which is through that sewer grate.
I'll fuck up a troglodyte.
Okay, so
I had the trident out.
you go off to that same area, past where Jericho was, and into that area where the water reservoir is, and the grates that were once rusted off have been replaced, and there's just a couple workers that are tending to things.
We're just going by.
Okay. All right. So, the grates are basically like welded in place, more or less. Welded, it's like it's on there pretty well. But
Is there an opening or a door or something like that?
it's a large area. As far as a door, it's meant right now to keep people out, keep people from getting out or coming in. But if she were here, Kita would recall that she has an antenna from the rust monster.
Oh yeah.
And she would slowly start
Working her way.
rusting all around it,
Okay.
and then she'd kind of look over to the big guy. Maybe you should give it a push.
Yeah, I walk over and try to pull it off.
Okay. All right. Give us a strength check.
12 plus my strength's not great, so it's under that one. That's saving throws. Check is just 1, so yeah, so it's 13.
13. Okay. Yeah, you. That's enough. Yeah, you pull it free.
As I do,
Some of the workers are kind of looking at you like, "What the hell? What are you doing?"
I'm gonna cast friends on one of the workers. Be like,
Okay.
we have permission. We're just taking a journey.
Okay. Permission with or persuasion with advantage.
Am I allowed to be in the city? I mean, like,
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
16.
Making sure.
It's the Undercity. Everyone's allowed there.
Oh, I thought we had gone out. Never mind.
no, we went.
No.
What was it?
16.
16.
Oh.
Oh,
Uh,
That was better than good.
Nat
Well,
20. Okay.
nat 20.
Ooh.
He says, "Well, I don't think you're supposed to do that."
It'll be fine. We'll leave. We'll put the grate back.
The other guy's like, "Hey, he casted a spell or something."
Oh.
Gentlemen, you don't want to do this.
Intimidation. I guess is that
Oh.
advantage
No.
too, or for him?
Is it all charisma checks for a minute? All charisma checks to one creature.
Yeah.
that's way better.
Oh, that's way better.
24.
Okay. So he like runs over the other guy. He's like, "We gotta get the fuck out of here!" And then they start running.
I was like, I didn't expect that to happen that way.
Yeah. Okay. Onward.
Anyways.
Okay. So you guys continue?
Yeah.
All right. Now it's time for the great encounter table. Dun dun dun. Okay. So you are. Oh yeah. Did you choose Underdark?
Yes.
Okay. That's.
Oh,
gonna be
nice.
fantastic.
Oh, that works out perfect for us.
That's
We
where
don't-
we're
yeah,
Yeah, I thought you did juggle.
No, he was
Talked you into it, kind
talked
of.
me into Underdark because that's where we are.
I would never do that.
No.
Okay. So I need 2d6s. Because I'm not.
He's got him.
Here we go.
I
Let's
know, I
see
was
what we
just-
get. This is exciting. I love not knowing. 6. Oh, hey. What the fuck are you looking at my tables for?
I didn't see anything really. I was being obnoxious.
Better not have.
I really didn't.
Okay. All right. So you guys go for some time. Each roll is going to be about 8 hours of travel, and you've got about 16 hours of travel and a decent day, then 8 hours of rest. Unless you guys kind of do the short,
No. We're doing
but
kind of
you'll
regular
get
thing.
exhaustion if you do that.
Yeah.
We'll travel as much as we can healthily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the first leg of the journey is rather uneventful. It's basically you work your way into the deep caverns of the Underdark. At least the upper section of the Underdark. There are various life forms that you kind of see in the corner of your eyes now and then.
Send up the balls of light
Okay.
around us to try to, anytime I'm seeing, kind of help us see out a little bit.
Okay.
Do I have dark vision? I don't think I do.
I think
that's very useful.
Yeah, this is the only one that had
No,
dark
she-
vision.
She
No,
doesn't.
I don't.
Not
Not as a
anymore.
human.
I know. This is the
Oh,
only
I
one
don't
that
think I
did
either. I'm
have
gonna
it.
check.
Oh,
So,
I didn't
no,
even
no.
take a light spell. I don't get $2. Oops.
Yeah, you guys probably have torches.
Yeah,
Plus
I've
now you
got.
have-
And now we have
I've
3.
got some-
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking
Lights.
about.
Dancing
I'm thinking
lights.
about like, wow, I'm an underwater creature. It gets dark underwater. Why wouldn't I have a light? I'm so stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense though.
Yeah, some
Hey,
sort of.
maybe later.
I do not.
Okay. All right. So you would see like moles, stuff like that, kind of moving around. There's it's lit here and there by the same kind of mushrooms that are illuminating the Undercity, and it's mostly an uneventful journey. Although you guys going along, at one point you come to a T intersection. Like you guys are going this way, and then it goes off here, and you hear the. Well, you wouldn't exactly hear it.
So it's a straight path, and then the T is coming off this.
Yeah. You would notice as you're approaching that on the left, it seems like there's a lot of light coming from the left.
I did not sleep much last night. Sorry.
Yes,
Oh,
okay.
it's okay.
So it's either straight or to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know which direction we've been traveling for the last couple hours or so? Because I think it was.
You've been taking the passage to head to the southeast. It branches off in many ways, but you were able to keep your bearings thanks to the ranger.
Well, which path is more southeast?
It's basically if you take you're currently heading like directly south.
Mm-hmm.
So on the left, it will take you to the east. On going straight will go south.
Okay. And you
I
said
think we
there's.
should go toward the light. That decision will be
Nice.
bright.
Mm.
Get it?
I send the raven out
Okay.
into the light.
Into the light. Okay, so it goes out. Flies around.
Bye.
Yeah.
Flies around
10
for a while.
gold well spent.
It comes back.
Well, I mean, whenever it went out into the open, I went to look through its eyes.
Looking through its eyes, you would see a large lake, like a beautiful underwater lake or underground lake, with it's just like surrounded with these mushrooms, and then there's like a patch of grass which is very peculiar off to the side of the lake, and there's like what looks to be like a little cabin, and there's I guess do you have all the senses whenever you do that? I'm curious. Or is it just vision?
He like sees and hears through the raven's perspective, and he is blind and deaf himself.
Yeah.
Right, but can you smell through it? Is what I'm curious.
I guess the raven's perception, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they have smell, don't they? They don't have noses though. How do they smell?
They have little nostrils. They have to breathe.
They have to breathe,
You show me a bird that breathes like that, I will laugh my ass
I'll
off.
probably laughing too.
So,
You show me that bird.
you would smell smells like
Teen spirit.
very sweet baked products, pastries.
I've read this book before. I'm just kidding. We need to find Hansel and we need to find Gretel.
I want you to do a perception check.
Those pictures, bro.
Oh my god.
Is it? I can't remember. Is it my perception or is it the?
You roll. If you're looking through your familiar, you roll through your familiar stats.
I don't have that. I'm sorry.
I can Google it real fast.
There should be a creatures tab.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to head towards.
But it's
Monsters,
something they don't really know they have
official.
to smell.
Hit Raven or
Yeah.
find familiar Raven.
It has +1 to wisdom. It's a +3 to perception.
So 17.
17, very nice. The water is has like glittering. You see glittering in the water.
Okay. Once. I guess I can just snap my fingers, bring it back to me, kind of thing. I let them know what I found of there's a lake further up through with a cabin. Has smells of good pastries, and you said the water was gleaming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. It. I mean, it was.
Like real
It
clear.
was
kind of thing,
It was
or
reflecting. It is very clear water. You can see like you could see basically like the bottom of it, of the the little lake, and it looked as though there were things sparkling in the bottom.
I passed it on to.
Would I have ever heard of anything like this? Being a bard, hearing stories.
I'm gonna say no. Not like not really. No.
Those stories.
No.
What about the other way?
No, sorry. Send him off.
Okay.
Sorry. I was starting to write my stats for the Raven down a little bit.
Okay. Going forward, the path seems to continue to the end of your vision, like as far as you can see through. Whereas while you were in the perspective of heading to the left, you could see there's a very definite end to that cavern.
Well, this actually brings up an interesting point about that spell.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Whew. There was a hair. Find familiar.
Robots in disguise.
Less than you expect.
So I believe you can see through the familiar, as long as you're connected to it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can only speak to it telepathically with an underfeed.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see through it, beyond the 100 feet thing. You just can't communicate with it anymore.
Oh,
It just
okay.
acts on its own.
Or if you tell it to go around for a minute and then come back or something like
Yeah,
that.
so it could like go out for however far,
Mm-hmm.
and then it would just kind of be like do whatever your last instruction was, and once it was done, it'd just be a raven, I guess.
Or would it do
Do raven things.
Or maybe it would
Unless
do
your
a big
instruction was to
chicken.
come, and then eventually you get to dismiss it.
Dismiss it, yeah. Then it can mimic too. Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, so you said it was dark and it kind of came to an end, is all?
No, forward, it seems to go on and on.
Oh, I thought forward was where the light was coming from.
No, that's on the left.
That's on the left, okay.
Mm-hmm. That's the lake.
So it just keeps on going and going and going. Okay.
Mhm.
Do we stop, or I think we're on a timetable, aren't we? Well, talking to the guy
Hey.
who's.
Sorry, I'm trying to make
I
sure.
know. Yeah, I
I'm
know.
trying to make sure about the rule.
Would I actually know the correct way to go?
You would know. I'm gonna say it depends on how much time you spent down there. I'm gonna say that this is not the typical way to go like deeper into the Underdark. It's kind of like taking the freeway. It's kind of how it is. It really wouldn't be.
So it wouldn't be in my knowledge.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
There's not a sage advice rule on that. It just says additionally. So some people think that the ruling is meant to say, well, this has the same limitations as the thing before it. Other people are like, well, it doesn't say exactly. So it's up to DM.
Oh, okay.
I would say it can go as far as you want it to.
I'm talking about the seeing through it.
Oh, the seeing through it?
Yeah, it can go as far as whatever, but the seeing through it doesn't specifically say that it only has the 100-foot limitation.
This is while they're
It
within.
just says additionally.
You can communicate additionally as an action. You can.
It
Yeah, I
doesn't
mean,
say,
I
it
would.
doesn't say there's a range for looking through it specifically. It's just
Mhm.
implied. So it's up to the DM.
Well, that's kind of boop.
Yeah.
We need more sage advice, Jeremy Crawford.
I'm gonna say if you're giving up your own senses while you're doing that, you can just keep on going if you want.
Oh, nice.
You get that?
Because you're just a vegetable until
Yeah.
you come back.
Yeah, you're just warging it.
Yeah.
You just be with your tongue sticking out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Doesn't hear you. You can feel.
Yeah, I can
you
feel, but that's it. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm zoned out. Yeah. After it goes out for a good while, having a. You
Sorry.
said I can't. Okay.
Sorry, I got tunnel vision on because I don't remember where I remember seeing the familiar like not having range to see through. I don't remember where I got that idea from.
I don't know, because I feel like I had the same impression, but I think it's just
Yeah.
how you read it.
Maybe that was just how I read it. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Yeah. Let's cast it the first time.
How dare you?
What did I do?
I don't know.
I
How dare I
know,
let
but you
Pearl
probably
die?
did it. Yeah, how
Yeah,
dare
how
you?
dare you let Pearl die?
I miss Pearl.
I know.
That was my friend.
Yeah. All right. That was my friend. I passed on the knowledge that I found of that further on it just continues to go on after I dismiss him and bring him back. I know we're on a time crunch. Is it worth us stopping to investigate, or do we just need to keep on going?
We're on a time crunch. We just need to go.
Sounds good. Kind of where I was leaning, anyways. We need to get there as quickly as possible.
Yeah, let's go ahead and be wary.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys keep on going.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you guys doing during all this? Just
I'm on high
following
alert.
her.
I'm on
Yeah.
high alert.
High alert.
I'm not on high alert.
Low alert.
I'm very. Ooh, look, that looks like it could be cooked and putting things in my bag.
She's just distracted.
But I'm following.
Do you,
Like, I'm not.
do you,
like,
do you chase
laughing.
down like the occasional mole and shit like that? That's
Oh gosh.
okay. So, all right. Just keeping that in mind. All right. What about you?
Roly-poly.
I'm throwing out dancing lights as needed, but other than
To
that,
illuminate the
yeah,
path.
to illuminate the
Oh,
path.
I
and
had a
that's
torch.
about it. Mine's free.
Oh,
I can keep on doing it as needed.
okay.
I have to stay close enough though. 'cause I
It
don't
only
like
lasts for a
oxygen.
minute, but it's enough to kind of, if we hear something that's unusual or whatever.
Yeah. So occasionally, Chef will like dart off for a second until it gets out of her sight, and then she just comes back very sadly. Okay. So the path continues.
Do I need to roll a perception check?
Go ahead. All right. Somebody
Ooh,
Roll
18.
roll a d10 for me.
I got two. 1.
That's a 1. That's got to be good, right?
Or it's the other way around.
Oh no, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Is that good for him? Is that 1 creature? Is that 10 creatures? Is that?
Oops.
Oh no, it's a 1.
All right. You guys talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
Looking around. Looks like this place is droll.
Does anybody play Final Fantasy 9?
Oh. I thought we were talking in character.
That threw him
No,
off.
sorry, I was just asking. Like,
I have not. I'm just like,
Oh, never mind.
is that a board game?
But it's been a while.
What was she talking about?
Final Fantasy 9.
Oh no, I don't play Final Fantasy.
Chef has some Quina vibes.
I
rolled an 18 perception, so I'm very alert.
Okay.
Oh, and I don't think I have to be attuned to those items, do I?
The staff thing?
Yeah.
I believe so, if you want to use it.
No, it. Let's see here.
Unless it
It,
says...
it never said attunement needed or anything on there.
Ooh.
You gain +1 bonus to your attack and damage rolls against this. With this magical quarterstaff while holding it, you gain +1 to spell attack. If a flying creature is within 30 feet.
Occasionally you'll see like a crackle of like sapphire and magenta go up to the trident as we're walking.
Well, it doesn't say attunement down at the bottom. Does that mean I have to be
It's like-
attuned to it then?
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it like a pulse? Like.
It's like in between the spear parts. It's like
Oh, okay, I see.
kind of like
Like a little
electricity.
taser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody can see, but I'm white knuckling the hell out of this trident.
All right. So y'all are clunking through with your wagon.
I forgot about the wagon.
oh yeah.
The bodies of our friends.
The
Bodies
bodies
are-
diff-
Yeah.
And so you would notice, yeah, you rolled a 1.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, you would notice that
Is this one you made, by the way, Aaron? Because it says doesn't have a roll for the damage rolls on it.
For what?
For the quarter, I guess it's basic quarterstaff +1. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I didn't make it. I'm a lot more goofy about the stuff that I make. So, you would have noticed as you're going down the occasional little worm just kind of like dead on the ground.
How big are they?
Small, very small.
Okay.
And you would have, there's a smell of like rot, and there's you wouldn't be able to hear it because of the wagon, so never mind. But pretty much that's about it.
This place smells terrible.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, you get used to it.
So you guys continue on.
I see dead worms. What does that mean? Would I know why the worms are
I
dead?
send the
well-
lights over to them and look around for any creatures there. Is there any creatures around the worms?
Okay, so like you just kind of like follow, like have your
I'm
lights
just
go.
letting the lights glow and kind of illuminating the worms.
Okay, so they're basically like the worms. It's like a little trail of dead worms, and as it goes further and further, like you can barely see the form of what looks to be like a human, but its flesh is just rotting, and it's covered in worms.
Found the source of the smell.
Would I know why that's there?
And not necessarily. This isn't exactly your wheelhouse.
Okay.
And I'll bend forward and be like, that smells bad.
Yeah, it's you see, just like with the flickering of the light, you can see that there is a shape at its feet. It is just looks to be some kind of creature that is no longer with this world.
I'm gonna try to be sneaky and reach over and try to get just a single worm.
One of the dead worms.
One of the
Okay.
worms, yeah. I don't think
I want to see if I notice. It's a 20.
Oh,
Do I need to contest that or?
If you're being
you can
sneaky,
try.
it'd be a
Sleight of
stealth,
hand,
or a
yeah.
stealth or sleight of hand or something.
Yeah, let me pull her up real quick.
Because
What is it with the bonus?
+2, so it's 20.
Oh,
so
okay.
so if
I thought you meant net.
No.
yeah.
no.
So if she's been cooking our food to my knowledge, so I want to see her
That's why I was
grab.
trying to be sneaky.
It's exactly why.
Um,
Like I said, I'm on high alert
Sneak.
Good.
from all angles.
Okay. You'll do it.
No.
I rolled an 8.
What are you doing with that worm?
I would like to taste it to see if it would be like shit.
Why don't you go ahead and taste it now? How does it taste?
Not good.
You should put it back down.
It's gonna take me a minute to come up with a rhyme with good. So y'all continue. She'll finish it eventually.
I like to think that that's exactly like why you want the curse removed. Is in real time you don't speak in rhymes quickly.
Well,
So
yeah,
you're
I
like-
feel like that would be part of the thing. Is like even if other people continue, she'll have to finish speaking at some point.
Yeah. Like if they ask
like
another
a-
question, you still have to finish the
It's
first
like an
question.
OCD, just like I
You
gotta
asked
say
me,
it.
Gotta
but I don't
finish
think
it.
you would.
It's like everyone tells a joke and everyone laughs, and like 10 seconds later they're talking to me like,
Yeah.
like it's like that kind of
Yeah.
a delay.
Laura from Critical
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what do you do?
You asked me to taste it, but I don't think you would.
You're not wrong.
Does the creature look like it's noticed us at all up ahead?
It,
Are they human?
it kneeled back down, and it seems to be feasting upon whatever.
Oh, there's something alive.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
Oh.
said not of this world isn't dead.
No, it's
No.
eating on something that's dead.
Oh, I can see it.
Mhm.
I'm going to.
Yeah, because of his lights.
I'm going to. So, do you want me to kill it? I can kill it. Should I kill it?
Here, we'll both do something.
I will
As soon as he does something, I'm doing right behind him, or right at the same time.
point my trident forward, and then a swirl of magenta and sapphire-colored energy fires an eldritch blast at it.
All right, so you'll be ready in that. We're gonna do initiative.
And oh, okay. Fair enough.
I still have you as pearl.
That hurt my heart. What is 21.
21. Okay, Zora.
16. 12 plus 4.
All right, Raven.
Yeah.
Too soon, Aaron.
No. Just put ACEs.
Oh, I can't change it right now. I'll change it
Okay.
later.
15.
15.
Same.
Well,
Okay. Are you gonna be a gentleman?
Sure, I'll let her go first.
oh. Okay. I was gonna let you go first.
I've already got my thing that I'm doing, so.
Boom.
Oh yeah.
Looks like you all beat it anyway so far. Most of you. Okay, so first is going to be Chef.
Okay, Chef is gonna cast the minute meteors.
Excuse you?
The minute.
Chef is gonna what? No kidding.
And
Do you still have that? Because I thought that was level 3.
It is. Is it?
You're level
Four.
4. You can only do.
What?
You didn't level her down?
No, I thought I did.
Okay, level her down real quick.
I didn't hit the right button.
Dun dun dun.
They did.
I did.
Yeah, you can change it from there.
How?
Edit character.
Just
I
level.
did, but, oh, it's right there. Right there.
Yeah, she's
It'll get
pulling
rid
a
of the
bee.
spells that you can't have.
It'll still keep the ones that I can, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's bring it back in.
So for real, what do you do?
I'm really upset that I can't do that. That's like my favorite
It is
spell.
a cool spell.
The mini meteorites.
I suppose what I will do then instead is
Iron Eldritch Blast.
Forward, yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
I'll do Firebolt.
There does the
Firebolt. Okay.
gun fingers.
Do your roll, sucker. So she holds out her skillet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That was 18 on the dice. So 18. I haven't done spells in a while.
18. That definitely hits.
Okay. So yeah, she'll whip out her skillet and be like,
Ooh.
Nice.
I see that you cook with fire. Now we're cooking with fire.
the frying pan.
Okay.
funny,
Too
damn
many
it.
puns.
It was funny.
Roll your damage.
Oh, my bad.
A D10.
I thought it was
Scorching
2d10.
ray, right?
No, it is 1d10.
No.
It's 2d10 when you're hit level 5.
Yeah, that's why I'm. Where's the d10s?
One right there.
Yep, there you are.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's a big 20 damage. That's pretty for.
Okay. So the bolt of fire whizzes past all of you, and it lands right in the back of this creature, and it just like singes the back of its skin, and it just starts turning around and facing you. Anything else? Bonus? Okay. Zora!
I too will fire a blast.
Okay.
This is a 22 to hit.
Oh, hell yeah.
No.
This is force, right?
3 points of force damage.
Okay.
Because I'm not a warlock, so I do not get invocations. As a bonus action, I will not do anything, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hold that one.
Saving it. Saving it. Okay. So, Shama.
No, so
No, you can go
Okay.
before me.
Oh.
yeah, it don't matter.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I have you both as 15 and I
Yeah.
put you first for some
That's
reason.
fine.
That's okay.
I bet I have better dexterity than she does.
I don't know. She a ranger. She should have good decks.
She rolled. That was that night.
Remember
she
I
rolled
rolled
all
13, 13, 13, 9, 9
Yeah.
last week?
True.
Yeah, you rolled like a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was an 8. The 8 went away and it was 4 13s
It's a
and 2
firebolt.
9s.
I'm doing 6 plus.
So you're human. Did you do +1 to everything?
We
Probably
did not know that.
Yeah, humans get +1 to every
Nobody
stat.
told me that.
It should be. You selected human on your thing right here.
Yeah.
7 plus 6.
Shouldn't
That's
it be?
13, I think. Right?
That hits.
Yeah.
Do stats.
10.
10.
Yeah.
Damn.
At the
Okay.
0.
I think you don't.
So
have
you guys
it.
are just barraging it with all this fucking magic. So
Oh,
now
did you do variant human?
No. I did mark of passage human.
Oh, you did a mark.
Yeah.
That's why it's different. Okay.
Yeah.
Mark. Oh, hey, Mark. So,
I did not
hi,
hit
Mark.
her. I did
I did
not.
not.
Oh, hi, Mark.
So, Ace.
That man is a god.
That movie is fucking so good.
Alright. I just go up and attack it with my short sword.
Colin?
5, 4, 9.
9 to hit?
Yeah.
9 will not hit. Was that 9 total?
Yes.
Oh, that's sad.
I know.
Do you have? Are you like dual wielding or?
Yes.
So you can use a bonus
Am I
to.
Yes. 2 weapon fighting.
Well, that's just
Oh.
if you're holding 2.
Oh, well. Am I dual wielding?
Well, what equipment do you
How
have?
would we figure that out?
You have 2 short swords?
2 short
You
swords.
got
Put
two.
them on.
One in
Yeah.
each hand.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go. Yeah.
Pow pow.
So you can do a bonus
Bonus
action
action.
to attack again.
Sure.
And if you have the 2 weapon fighting style, then you get to add your modifier to the damage.
Shut up.
My modifier is
It's to the damage, not to
Your
the.
features and traits.
oh to the damage.
Your features and traits.
Where I'm like so
You're
lost.
fine. You're fine.
Oh,
Just looking at your fighting
actually, my fighting style is archery.
style. Okay, so you can still do 2 weapon fighting.
Mhm.
Just for this attack, if you hit them with the second weapon, then you don't get to add your dexterity bonus to the damage. You just
Yeah,
roll the
just
dice.
plain old.
Plain old normal.
That's
19.
That's pretty good.
That'll hit.
That'll hit.
And so you just
A
roll the dice.
1d6 plus 2.
No
No,
plus.
no plus.
Oh no, plus.
Because of the 2 weapon fighting.
Oh
Yeah, you don't have that.
5.
Good strike.
Mm-hmm.
Well struck.
But I like these dice.
All right. So how do you do this? Do you stab? Do you slash?
I'll slash.
Do
You
it.
slash.
Double
Okay.
slash.
Yeah, just
So the
mix
first
with the first one, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah it shambles like like this from like these blasts and everything that's happened at first, and so you just miss your mark, but then
Just like
you give
machine
it a
gun.
good slash
Motion
in its chest.
Doing what Pearl used to do.
do the pearl.
It is a disgusting looking creature. It has its organs are visible through various holes in its body, and it smells like rot and death. And it is going to attack you. Let's see here.
Oh boys.
All right, first
worry, I'm
is
pretty
going to
okay.
be a 10. I'm pretty sure that's a miss.
Yes.
That's a swing and a miss, pal. Buddy, chief.
Yeah, second is going to be an 8. What the fuck? Roll better. Roll better. Okay.
Yeah, don't roll better,
Okay.
please.
Yeah, remember how last time you rolled well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it has these claws that are covered in, they're caked in blood because it's been like just digging into this creature that's dead at its feet, and it turns and it's slashing at you with its claws, and you just manage to get out of the way with both. You parry him with your swords, and it is going to do something else. I want you to do a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh God. 5.
Okay.
That one.
Oh.
Oh boy. Yeah, take that.
All right. So
But you just watched it roll good for the others.
so.
Yeah, I just rolled a 10, 15, and 19.
Yeah, it's still.
You can just barely see this because of the dark. It's dark, but you can see like the flickering lights above you are making it where you can just barely see one of the worms in its torso, jumps onto you and lodges into your stomach.
Oh.
And so you are going to take 1 piercing damage.
Okay.
We're gonna have to heal her.
No.
I've seen this movie before as well. These Underdark passages are just movie plots and book plots.
It's okay.
Alien, Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And that is
I
that.
never
is
thought
that
I'd see
turn.
those 2 back to back, but
So next, it's going to be Kita, and she's going to just run up and make some attacks, basic ass attacks, because we ain't got time for that. You got a
Ain't
D20?
nobody got time for that.
Wow,
19.
that's 1 hit. It's gonna be another hit, because she has flurry.
so that'd be a D20.
All right, that's 3 hits.
Woo.
So let's just do
I believe it's D4s still at her level.
at 4.
I'll make sure.
I'm not that worried about it. Okay, so 2, 3, 6, and then her modifier is probably at least a 3 or 4, so it's going to be about at least 12 damage. Okay. So she just comes up and starts beating the shit out of it with her Yiklua. And
it's a D4 until level 5.
okay. And then Mr. Centaur is going to close in as well, and he actually has a very good idea of what he's going to do this time. He is going to make an attack, and it will hit.
2d4.
And
He's using the scimitar, right?
He's using the double-bladed scimitar, so
2d4 for the first blade.
okay, that's pretty garbage. So it's going to be less 6, and I'm going to say we're going to hold on to his spell slots in case he wants them later.
Oh, this should be 11, I think. Plus 1 bonus to attack and
He
damage
can.
roll.
Well,
Bonus action attack.
he can do. Really?
It's double-bladed scimitar. You attack with 1, and then you can do bonus action attack for a 1d4.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go ahead and. Nah, he's already had enough glory, so we're just going to do his regular attack. He gets another one. It's just going to be.
The second attack's a 1d4.
Oh, 1d4? Okay, so 2. Okay. All right, now back up with the stars of the show.
There's a feat that you can take that will let you do 2d4 in the second attack as well.
Back to Chef.
I'm gonna hit
Give
it
us
with the,
give us an
firebolt
inappropriate song, Chef.
again. I'm gonna firebolt again.
Chocolate salty
And then I'm gonna lay it down by the
3.
fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
son of a
So,
ball sack.
what is
That's
your
not good at all.
what does your magic look like when you do it?
Well, it like glows outward from the skillet and just like shoots out.
Okay.
So it's a firebolt.
All right. So do you do like
Pancake flip.
somatic?
Yeah,
Is that your
just a
somatics?
little,
Oh, that's.
you know.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay, it just
That's
hit
so
me.
flavorful.
It
Yeah.
just hit me
And then-
from
and
Final
then you,
Fantasy.
Yeah, the thing that eats everything.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you so then you do your incantations as well. So what was your roll?
Oh, it was a 3. I didn't hit it.
So yeah, it flings wildly. We're gonna do a percentile to see if it hits somebody else.
If it doesn't hit somebody else, would it? I don't know if there's like a thing specific to the spell, but would it like leave a
Percentile?
fire where it lands?
Would it what?
Like, let's say I hit the ground, would a fire be there still, like flames,
Should be fine.
like a little fire?
It would like hit cavernous walls. It wouldn't be anything to sustain it.
Alright, I was curious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
so that's exactly what it does. It just hits the wall behind the creature, far behind, just flies off. Okay, so Zora.
I'm going to run forward with my trident with both hands.
Mhm.
I run up at my head and slam it into the creature, and you'll hear a thunderous like the hum of energy will hum around it as I make this attack.
Okay,
And it's like,
Say 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okay. I'm casting Booming Blade,
Oh yeah.
and I'm going to use a bonus action, expend a bardic inspiration to do psychic damage to it as well.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
So
Let's see what kind of damage we're looking at.
Ooh, little garbage. 8 points of psychic damage and 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay. At this point, so whenever you lodge the trident into it, and booming blade is like, is it lightning or thunder?
Thunder. If
Thunder.
it moves from its space, it takes 1d8 thunder damage as the energy expands.
Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, there's this thunderous boom whenever he strikes it into him, and whenever he does that, like he pulls some of the entrails out, and, like scooping it out almost while he's doing his attack, and he just falls on the ground with a splat, and the creature is still standing.
Oh,
Who's next? Next will be
him.
you,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
how
Yeah.
close are we to
the elephant man. We are in different ranges, but I'd say everyone's within 30 feet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go firebolt again. Yeah, that's gonna hit because it's 9 plus 7, so that's 16.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
9.
Ooh,
So
nice.
9 and 10.
Okay.
Run away, little creature.
All right, so another firebolt goes in and smashes in against its chest, and you see that whenever this fire is colliding against it, the worms seem to burn away. Okay, it is now your turn, Ace.
Just
Get him, Ventura.
Ventura.
Yeah. Just going to try to attack it again with my short sword.
Okay.
18.
Hits.
8.
8. Okay, it is staggering at this point.
I'll use my bonus action to try to attack it again. 9, 4, 15. No, 13.
Hits.
3.
All right, describe its death.
Oh,
nice.
I'll just stab him straight in the heart. And
Can I?
What's left?
what's left of him?
That's
yeah.
not ours. It's
Oh,
theirs.
May I have a spearmint?
A spearmint.
Pass me one.
I'll just stab any part of his body that'll kill him. Of what's left of him.
Okay.
Just
What looks the
stab
most
it.
vulnerable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sean's just
gonna have
gonna
a
pluck the heart off
spirit?
of the end of your blade.
Did you chew some gum? You gonna have some? You like to chew the gum. So there's more right here. Guess we'll all just take gum.
So the creature eventually falls to the ground. Its little worms start dispersing, the ones that are still surviving around. And at this point, you see that the creature at its feet is a dead drow. The worm is still wriggling inside of you, and
Oh yeah.
Can I see it?
can you see it? It's small. At this point, it's burrowed into the skin.
Oh yeah, that would be me.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see.
Here's a question.
Yes.
This is gonna be interesting. Spells, please. Thank you. Okay, so can I see its outline on her body, rolling through? Is it like a sugar under the skin kind of look?
Oh, it went into her stomach, through her clothes.
Oh.
So you wouldn't really see.
Okay.
You just be in an immense amount of pain because you're gonna take.
Oh gosh.
9 necrotic damage.
I'm gonna try to look for what's wrong with her.
Okay. Do a How are you reacting to this?
Just doubled over in pain,
Okay.
pretty much. Trying to yell at anybody to try to help me if they can.
Okay. Do you give them a?
Yeah. Just
Punching
point.
the wound. Yeah.
Can I do a medicine to try to get it out of her? Because I think being a cook, she'd have some good digging around in organs skills.
Little butcher.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
I'm familiar with anatomy. I eat things.
This dice is everywhere. It's 22, 18, 7.
Okay. It
Balance.
you can try. You're gonna need a sharp instrument
I'll
to.
take her sword. I'll have a sharp I have a 4.
I would offer a dagger, but
All right. Well,
Oh,
just think
well,
about it.
that's
Think about it in the terms of this is a distressed moment. So you guys are gonna have to work that out.
I'm just seeing if I can pinpoint what the problem is.
Pinpoint. Obviously, there's something wrong with her stomach.
Can I look at her stomach and see the thing?
You lift
crawling
your-
around?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just wearing a normal shirt.
Okay. So you lift. She lifts it up. And then you see there's clearly a like a wound where something looks like it's burrowed into her skin.
Can I see it enough to viciously mock it?
I would say no. because you'd have to like have X-ray vision.
I was wondering if I could see it enough under her skin
Well,
and it could
technically,
hear
doesn't
me.
it just have to be able to hear it?
I have to be able to see it, and it has to be able to hear me.
Oh.
He has to be able to tell it how ugly it is. He has to know what it looks like.
Yeah.
So can I try to get it out like professionally?
You have to ask them, hey, give me something, and then you have to act it.
Well, I will. I'm just asking if that's something I can do.
Try it.
Fine.
I'm a yes and
Oh,
guy.
okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I got this. Because I don't need to see this creature, I believe, to do this spell. Yep. It only needs to hear me. I'm gonna whisper. Get out of here, you little fuck. Just and it whispers the thing through the conch shell.
Okay.
It just needs to hear me, and then it makes a wisdom save.
Ooh, that's a 19.
Oh, wow.
Now, hold on, let me look at its stats, because it has low fucking stats. I don't think it's that low, though. Plus, it's a -4 in every... Okay, so it's going to be a 15.
Oh, well that is just the DC.
Oh.
Nope. Yeah, it is, because the cone only makes it a +1. Alright, well it takes 5 points of psychic damage instead of 10.
5 points? Okay, it explodes.
Oh God!
Right. We have a septic wound to suffer now.
So basically what happens is you see all of a sudden, where that hole is,
Oh.
Oh.
gushes
no.
out.
Oh, great.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that it's out, but
Is it
now I'm
good
in
that it
even
means-
more pain.
No, it's not like a concussive
Oh,
blast
no,
or
that,
anything.
There's like the guts of the worm, just like...
mhm.
So it's like bad anime.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
So is he covered in blood and everything else now? I guess.
I
He
hope
was
not.
close.
Is that it?
So, what's his name? Ferenz will come and press his hand on you and heal your missing hit points.
Oh, all of you get a healing potion.
Oh.
It's just a basic one. I was about to ask about that.
So yeah, he just uses his lay on hands. This radiant light comes and it mends your wound entirely. It's like it never happened, but you'll never forget.
Wait, so if my hit points stay the same, though?
Your hit points are back up. He
You're
healed you.
full.
That seems like it may have been traumatic, but at least now it's not as problematic.
If I wasn't so worried about bringing Pearl back to life, I would like you so much.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd like her more if I didn't miss Pearl so much.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Maybe. Maybe the DM god doesn't want the evil bard to destroy the world.
It's not that.
Okay, so what do you guys do now? There's a dead creature, and then there's a dead drow that's been
Loot the
partially
body.
eaten.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
it's not the greater one. It should be a common one.
What I roll to loot?
Oh, to loot? It's not really a roll. You know how to loot a body. So it's gonna be... Roll a d10.
7. Lucky.
7. You find 12 gold pieces.
Put that in my pocket. Scoop it up.
Chef is going to inspect the face of the drow, like turning it. Nah.
You weird motherfucker.
Okay.
I inspect one of the mushrooms that's been
The
growing
meat has
around
been
to
spoiled too long.
figure out what it could be if I could use it for my alchemy
The
stuff.
odor would be strong.
Okay. All right. So do you just cut it and do like a... You doing like a nature check? Or?
Yeah, kind of to figure out, what I could use it for, if anything. And I could just go up and cut it until I kind of an idea of what it is for it. So, is it nature you're saying?
Yes.
Natural.
Oh, cool. Not even know where it went. So. 9 plus 4 says 13.
13?
Yeah.
You have read books about mushrooms. and they have spoken of a particular type of mushroom.
That's gone, dude.
I didn't hear it hit the ground.
I didn't
Mansion
either.
to the ether.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure it dropped.
It rope tricked.
That's not it.
Oh, was that it right there?
There it is.
No.
It was in your lap or on your shoe.
I don't know what the.
Well,
Oh, me?
when you stood up, it fell.
No.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
Okay.
This really is magic and monsters.
Right.
Oh yeah, so D&D, Eminem. Ha.
So the mushroom has a property that is very acidic that can be condensed down into an acid, like a potent form of like that you could create into an acid flask if you had the time in the flask.
I'm the flask.
In your kit. In your kit.
So
Return the slab.
I take it then. Remove it.
Okay. But you do know that it would take
I
probably
figured that.
several in order to make one flask
That's
of
the
acid.
glowing mushrooms, right?
Yeah, it would
That
take
she's
a lot
feeding
of.
us that we don't know about.
She's slowly killing us all.
I'm from the south. The deep south.
Yes. So you guys continue your journey.
Yeah.
To the deep south.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So the rest of the evening is rather uneventful, and you get to a point where you should probably rest.
Mm-hmm.
I will take first watch.
Okay.
By torchlight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. First watch you taketh. Let's do. Okay, now I was going to do not that. I was going to do a. Where's it? This is it. Okay.
Do I roll perception?
Absolutely.
11.
11.
It's a 9? Yeah, 11.
Peaceful. It is
Except for in my heart.
so silent. So silent.
Except for the storm that rages inside.
Indeed. Okay. Who's
We
next?
couldn't keep it in. Heaven knows we tried.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll give shaman.
Ooh. 4 plus 3, so that's 7.
7. 7 perception.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone roll a d10 for me.
Oh no.
Not me.
7.
Oh.
It's the second 7.
All right. Give me a moment.
Oh no, what have I done?
Oh no, here it goes.
The real
What have you
TPK.
done? And you've done.
Oh my god.
The real TPK.
Uh-oh.
I rolled a 2. Would that be better?
Totally.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 is Umber Hulk.
Hey, you guys are used to Umber Hulks by now. Well, no, I guess you only fought one in the last campaign,
Not this campaign.
but you did fight one in that other thing too. Well, no, you didn't. You fought something that had the same ability. Okay.
I kind of
What
miss
the
Vita right
fuck?
now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like these sounds you're making with your mouth.
Hearing the doing the Eldritch Blast again, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I wish I had Vita again.
Your other, warlock one.
I think Vita's who we have to defeat
Oh.
or help. The angel.
Oh.
Okay.
That'd be
Cool.
cool. Neat. Yeah, that'd be not really cool.
All right.
A little angel choir boy.
Well, yeah.
You're nothing but a choir boy to me.
He looks like Macaulay Culkin as a child,
All right. So what was your roll again?
7.
Creepy
7.
as shit.
and I rolled a 7 on the D10.
All right. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh, right.
Wait, we're asleep.
Just for future.
Oh god.
So you roll it.
Oh, I rolled a sleepy initiative.
Nat 20.
That's
Oh.
20.
Of course it was for initiative, but damn, I got a nerd.
It's like a 29 for you. 25, 27.
22.
That's
You
16.
only have a plus 2.
For initiative.
17.
What'd you get before?
Before I think I got a 19.
Oh, a
Or
21.
16.
I thought you had like a 24 before. I'm like, how'd you, what? Hello?
Okay. Raven? Not Raven. Sorry.
17.
17?
Mhm.
Okay. And Zora?
7.
7.
Ooh, sleepy initiative.
I'm on that sad snooze initiative.
Okay. So, now we're going to get to your perception.
Lack thereof.
Yeah.
All right. So, how are you? Describe your keeping watch. Do you just have your lights on and?
Yeah, I'm kind of sending them out a little bit every once in a while to scout a little bit the perimeter and whatnot.
Okay.
Nothing more than that.
Oh wow.
Oh, you killed me.
Okay. All right. And you said it was a what now?
My perception was 7.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So, off in the darkness, you suddenly hear something like sounds like stones hitting the ground up ahead, about 30 feet to your right.
I send one of the orbs straight over into Zora's face to wake him. So all of a sudden he has light right in front of him. Yeah.
With that sleepy initiative, that's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
Hello?
Whoa!
Okay, so
Try to go around quietly, waking everyone up.
all right, so basically what happens is while you're doing that, this creature like drops down in front of you. It is like an enormous. It looks like a spider. It has a huge thorax, very very spindly legs, and it has like what looks like almost a human-like face in a way, but it has like these pincers, and then it has like 6 eyes, and it has actual hands, and one of the hands is holding a dagger, and
Am I dead?
it drops down in front of you.
Do I get the sweet, sweet release?
No, and it is going to.
No.
No.
DM's holding me hostage, guys. Do I get the sweet, sweet release? No.
Too late. You died.
That is the most cleric paladin thing you've ever said. Do I get the sweet, sweet
Not on
release
my
of death?
watch.
No.
Not tonight.
You
No.
live.
You suffer.
Suffer like the rest of us. Okay.
I just want a cleric or a paladin that doesn't like save people. He just keeps them from dying, so they have to live
longer.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm in constant pain.
And you will remain so.
All right. So
Will not
16.
die on my watch.
Oh,
He has the ability to remove a poison, but
Miss.
he doesn't. He just heals the hit
It
points.
missed?
my armor class is 17
Okay. Okay. All right. So and it has
because of my
just the one attack.
tough
It's
skin
just-
thing or whatever. it
It's
is.
just the one attack. Okay. And then a second one drops down as well,
Oh yeah.
and it is going to shoot a web at you. Ooh, that's a 20.
Eesh. That's.
Yeah. Okay. So
Big ol' yikes.
what the fuck?
What the what?
Oh, this must be like a percentile thing. Let me look at the web. Alright, so you're restrained by webbing. As an action, you can make a strength check to burst it. Webbing can also be attacked and destroyed. Okay, so you're just restrained by webbing right now. You just can't move.
So even Aspire shit on you.
Yeah.
Okay. So the rest of you are basically wakened by all this, and you can
Grab my trident from the
do
ground.
your shat. Okay, so we're gonna go back up to the top with Chef.
Okay. I am gonna put a bonfire under its feet.
Okay.
Light a fire under its ass.
All right. So just let's do it for image's sake. We have creature here. We have creature. Well, let's not use that one. Let's use this creature here, and then we have shaman right there. So, feasibly, you want to put it there?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want it to hit him, so it's got 60 feet, really? Holy shit.
That's the range.
Oh, okay,
That's
I
not
was
the
about to say.
radius.
The radius is 5.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one space.
Yeah.
So. Oh, I didn't
Damn. Okay.
Hey, girl!
I see what you
I
did.
think you overestimate your power.
So which one's me?
You're not there.
We're not up there yet.
You guys are just gonna. You can
Give me the
situate
one on
yourselves.
board.
Just
The
I
one
wanna
man
fire
Barmy.
the spider.
The one man Barty.
And then there's gonna be
We would all be prone, wouldn't we?
pretty
Oh,
much.
yeah.
It's
Not
prone. It's
him,
prone
I'm
to
not
some
prone.
targets.
He's not prone.
No, you're not.
And those
Is that
two are-
I
everybody?
thought that was you.
Nah.
Wait, didn't the webbing knock you prone?
Restrained.
Okay.
Restrained.
Just restrained is all.
Okay. So what were we doing?
Fire.
Fire.
That's
Bon-
the
all
spider
right.
thing.
So what? How does that work?
I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's how it
create-
works.
I created a bonfire on the ground and
Makes
What's
a
the save?
dex save?
15.
15 dex save. All right. On one of them.
I'm stumbling. It's
There's
only
two of them.
5 foot. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay,
Yeah.
well then I'll do it in the middle and hit them both.
Okay. All right. 6 plus. So that's a fail. We got one fail. Oh, we got 2 fails.
Yeah. Alright. That's
Roll that
me.
damage.
Oh, that beautiful beam
The D.
damage.
The D what?
D8.
It's a date.
Dagger or diamond top, sitting on top of a die.
Sweet.
I imagine that's probably one of her favorite spells.
Yes.
Because she can be like,
So they both get 2 damage, but if they stay in it, they'll take more.
okay. So you guys hear some horrific screeching. Just
Oh, yeah.
okay. Next is Ace. So you awake to this screeching and Shaman trying to get everyone's attention.
That's how I awake as well.
Yeah.
With the globe right for your eyes.
Yeah.
It's like,
Alright, I'm gonna stand up
Yeah.
and quickly alert and grab my longbow
Okay.
and try to just shoot an arrow at this one.
Okay.
just go quick. Whoosh, whoosh,
Oh,
Nat 20.
nat 20.
Oh,
or
damn.
6.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's a crit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
What's your
Thanks.
longbow? So it's
It's
2d8.
2d8.
2 dates.
2d8 plus
2.
2.
8, 10.
10.
Yes.
And is that with your bonus or your modifier?
Yeah.
Yes,
Her
it's
modifier is
plus 2.
plus 2.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it was an 8 plus 2 is 10.
All right. Very good. Very good.
Righty Roo.
Righty, Roo. All right then.
And then I'll just
When you hit level 4, did you do a feat or an ability score improvement?
feet.
Sharpshooter.
Very good. Okay.
That's, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, for being ranged. It's always
Mhm.
best to go with that. starting off, get
And
that
then
over
I'm just gonna get out and ready another arrow.
Okay. Very good. All right. So you do that, and now it is going to be.
supposed to be right 400 arrows. That's what it gave me.
That's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Ferenz
Infinity arrows.
is going
Yeah, I
to.
know. I'm
basically-
like, I don't even need to worry about counting down at this point.
All right. Ferenz is going to try and break you free. So he
Okay.
runs over to you, and he is going to do a strength check. Oh my gosh! Why? Okay, so he struggles with this webbing. In fact, it kind of gets caught in his hands a little bit, and he's just like, "Fuck this shit," you know. Shaman, it is your turn. You're caught in webbing. Pretty much, you can try and get out.
Well, you also can make an attack, can't you? Still, if they're close with melee. At
You're
disadvantage.
all webbed up.
No, I can't.
You're like Spider-Man web.
Okay, so I guess the only time is whenever they're grappling you can make the.
Well,
The basic condition is different.
When
Like
you're restrained, normally you can, unless
But-
the thing says otherwise.
Okay, gotcha. Then I'm breaking free, trying to break free.
all right.
I probably do because it's 14 plus some.
Oh yeah, that's plenty. So yeah, you burst the web out.
Like Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
You bonus anything? not really a whole lot of bonuses to do.
Do I go for that or no? Why not? I scratch my arm and invoke my right.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. So, what weapon are you using now?
It's gonna be. I have the staff right now.
Okay. All right. So the staff is going to be all frosty.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Okay. So with that, the creatures. One of them, you see, its little mandibles are moving, and it's making these strange clicking noises. And even though it has a fucking mouth, but it's still making clicking noises. And then you see a light enveloping the one that's been wounded. And
Alright, you listen here, you little shit. Only I can do that.
Alright, so it's gonna be. Let's see. Alright. And it is going to stab at you. Whoa! That's a nat 20.
Oh!
And that's really bad with this guy. Okay, so it's gonna
I
be.
will remember you.
Alright, so the dagger sinks in with I do critical damage.
Makes the elephant trumpet.
Whoa! 39.
Oh, well.
That's 10 piercing and
Oh
29
my
poison.
god. Well, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Shit!
Oh, God. Because it was...
Yeah.
Okay.
38 hit points. If I wouldn't have done my round, I would have still been up.
Okay. I feel like there's... Oh, no, that doesn't tell me anything else about that. Alright, so the other one is
While you're making a new PC.
The other one is going to make an attack on... what's his name? And it's a 12, and I'm pretty sure that misses. Okay. So... Zora.
I'm gonna get up, seeing my friend go the fuck down. I'm gonna be like, grab my trident, and be like, not the fuck again. As I get in range, I'm going to. Would I have had a long rest yet or no?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
you have not since. But you haven't cast any spells since.
I
before.
used Dissonant Whispers and a Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Not yet. No, it's only been
Okay.
4. It hasn't even been. It's been about 4 hours, I guess.
Okay. So I still have used one inspiration.
You get your short rest, so.
The inspiration doesn't come back to a long rest yet. That's later. I think level 6 is when it comes back on short rest. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bonus action and be like, nobody else dies. Healing word you. At level 2. Ooh. So you will heal 9 hit points.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, except you, Booming Blade, that thing I got up on that one.
Okay.
So it's an attack roll. That definitely hits. I'm going to expend a Bardic Inspiration to do psychic damage as well.
Okay.
Another fucking one. 9. So it's 4 points of psychic damage and 9 points of piercing damage. And he's wreathed in electrical or thunderous energy.
Okay.
If he moves, he takes another d8 of thunder damage.
Okay. All right.
So you're back up for Martin.
I'm not up. I'm on the
That's
ground
what
still,
I think
but
it's
I'm
gonna
conscious
be.
and
That
I'm
means that
awake.
whether he moves or stays still, he's expected to take a 8.
Booming Blade's cool.
Yeah.
The same as the fire, if he stays still, he takes another damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
I forgot about
you
that,
motherfucker!
Okay. Well, I forgot to do the damage then. So they stayed in the same
Oh, yeah,
spot.
that's right. So, yeah, they both take a 8.
It's another d8.
All right.
Do they make a save or do they just take the damage?
Oh, no, they do take a save. I forgot about the save.
All right. So that was
Oh.
cocked.
Yeah.
15 plus something. I'm gonna say
What
plus
was
3,
on the
so 18. That's 1 success, 1 fail.
Okay. Why does my D8 keep disappearing?
It's
It's right there in the
Where
middle.
you, where you
it's
rolled
right
it
there in
last
front
time.
of 3.
3.
So
Right.
one of them doesn't take any, and the other one takes the 3.
Okay, so back to Kita, who is going to rush over, and I believe that she has cure wounds. So she's
I
going
think
to
so. I
cast
think she
cure.
cast it
I think she
Cure,
does.
she's going to cast cure wounds
I
on you.
believe she went
Okay,
like that
well,
cleric, right?
She has one level of cleric, and if she doesn't have cure wounds, then that's a travesty. So
she's
I'm
not even
pretty
really
sure.
I
a
think
cleric.
she's casted it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm
so-
like,
I think she has
I'm
to.
pretty sure she did because she is spare the dying at least.
Yeah, I know she has spirit dying.
So that's going to be 7 hit points. Or what? And that's
And we're
her.
bringing you back from the brink, bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
All right, so now back to Chef.
So she's gonna yell out, "Cover your eyes! They're in for surprise!" And she's gonna cast pyrotechnics and
Oh.
fireworks
Nice.
out the fire to try to blind them.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh.
So it's just a blinding thing?
I like that.
Yeah, it's a con save 15.
Con save 15. I'm going to
Is it
say...
concentration?
No, it's transmutation.
Ooh.
I'm going to say, because they have sunlight sensitivity, I'm going to give them disadvantage on this.
Do I have to make it as well because I'm next to him?
Well, I yelled out cover your eyes, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure if you
You could
would
use a
react
reaction.
fast enough.
If you want to cover your eyes.
I don't know how that matters in terms of
Would that,
spell
yeah,
works.
would that matter doing?
Yeah, I'm covering up too then.
Yeah.
If I can.
For
Well,
that,
that means
for
I
that
got a
dope, sick line. For that
I can't
fat
even.
fire. For that fat fire.
Alright, so disadvantage. Alright, that's still good.
Would I
On this
still be
one.
able to cover my eyes though if
Yeah.
I've got my bow ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you just like arm.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah,
Alright,
makes
so the first one is going to be a 17. The second one, my gosh, monster tonight. I'm a monster. 13.
Okay, so
That's-
it works on one of them.
Okay, so we'll say that this one's blinded.
Sweet.
Black one's blinded.
But that does extinguish the fire.
Okay.
It just exploded in the fireworks. Let's see. So they're blinded until the end of their next turn.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, so next is Ace.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack the same one with mine.
The wolf.
Shoot an
With
arrow
your
with
Nash
it.
20
Which
arrow?
one?
The one that's not blinded. It's
Okay.
the wolf.
The wolf, yeah.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, that's not
I'm just rolling whatever's in my hand.
Come to roll 2
13.
again.
13 plus 6, 19.
That hits.
It's a D8 plus your dexterity modifier.
What is
one
my
down.
What is my
Plus
dexterity?
2.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's
two.
try to bring that damage.
Oh yeah, it just says
higher.
2.
At level 4, you took a feet and stepped
6.
over to your side.
6.
Yes.
All right.
And
The arrow
you
strikes
took a
into
damage
its
cry.
thorax, howls with pain. All right.
But I wonder-
Is that your turn? Okay.
Supposed to be a pain now.
Remember, you, being a ranger, you do have spells.
Yes.
Ranger spells.
Hold on. What's your hunter thing?
Hunter's mark.
No.
What?
What's your hunter feature that you chose for your
Let me
subclass?
see.
Would be
Is it
where?
Ogre Slayer,
Oh, she
or
went
Colossus
with,
Slayer,
Let me see.
Horde Breaker?
she went with Horde Breaker.
Hordebreaker,
Oh,
yeah.
Horde Breaker you should be using right now.
Oh yeah.
So you
When you
can.
make a weapon attack, you make another weapon attack against the same creature within target feet. Alright, so you within 5 feet. So you
Oh,
can make a
yeah.
second attack
Yeah.
for free
Yeah.
on each
Forgot
target
about
within
it.
5 feet.
Oh yeah, so I can hit the other one too.
Yep.
The only reason that class is worth taking is that ability.
Oh yeah.
To be honest.
The AoE part of it, yeah.
I also like the Colossus. Next
Colossus one was pretty good too.
Yeah, if it's wounded, you get to do another D8.
That's a good one.
16 plus 6, yeah.
So you notch 2 arrows instead.
You Legolas.
Would I still get my dexterity?
Yep. It's a full attack.
Oh, okay.
It's not a bonus attack.
7.
Another 7 damage. Very
To the
nice.
other one who's blinded.
Okay. Well, you actually would have had advantage because it's blinded. So see if you crit.
Roll another 20.
Just in
Yeah.
case.
No.
No.
Okay. You never know.
Yeah.
It
Could have
might
been
happen.
a him.
It might
I might be
happen.
able to do that.
I would just say 20.
Okay. So, Friends is going to also heal wounds on you. Or cure wounds, rather. Because we're going to say that he was smart. He picked his spells this time. So you got another
Yeah.
5
Oh,
HP.
whoops. 5, I just put 2. Okay.
I will need to go after this because I have work very early tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So then we're gonna go to shaman.
Okay. I stand up.
Yeah.
Is this you?
Yeah, it's me on the ground.
Oh, and knock me
You're
over.
dead.
Dead again. No.
No. Hope you
Take
got
the
more
snap.
characters rolled up.
I haven't rolled that,
Go
but I have
down.
a really
Let's
good
see
idea
here.
for one in the future.
Attacking the one that's straight in front of me, not the blinded one, the other one.
Okay.
The wolf.
And I miss.
Wow.
With a nat one.
That's a shame. You know, it's good to attack the blinded ones.
You're like,
Yeah, you would have
You like come out like really strong and you go to swing and you're like,
yeah.
I got it. No.
The staff dinks against the.
you ever had that dream where you like can't punch anything at all?
Yes.
Where like you're trying as hard as you can hit and it's like.
It's like in
it's-
slow motion. You.
Like the rest of your body moves at normal speed, but if you as soon as you try to contact something, it's just like like the limp-wristed potato arm. Oh man, I hate that dream so much. I wake up so angry every time. I'm like, I know I can punch something.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Oops. Why did I do that? All right. So now it
So is it the start of the turn for the bonfire?
It's
bonfire's
gone.
gone.
It's
Bonfire's
gone.
gone.
Wait, was it gone?
Because I exploded it
Blinded.
with fireworks,
Oh.
which extinguishes it, but I'll cast it again.
Damn.
Okay, so we still have you right there. It stabbed you. You got healed immediately, like several times, and so it's going to. This is an angry creature. It's actually pretty smart though. It's going to attack the healers. So the first one is going to attack. What's his name? And it's a 16, and that should hit, I imagine.
Who are you attacking?
Friends.
Fringe, right next to me.
You take 16 damage, and then it is going to yet again, kind of thing, and you see a dark, shadowy blade materialize up above it, and it's about the size of a dagger, and it is going to also attack. I'll just roll this.
Yeah.
14, that's not going to hit. Okay. The second one is going to attack. Well, I guess it's also going to attack him. That's going to be a.
What's the name of this country?
But that's a.
USA. United
Nesca?
States.
Valencia. Well, this is the Gale Empire. It's the country.
What's the name of the city that we're in?
Nesca.
Nesca.
Let's go.
I was thinking in, like I could see the end. I couldn't think
The other one does the exact same thing.
Except for the
Another
second
another
one.
blade materializes, and it is going to shit rolls. It's not going to hit anything. Okay. So, well, it was at disadvantage anyway. All right. So back to you.
My bonus action will be like, there's a hole in the world with a great black pit and it's filled with vermin and this shit. It goes by the name of Nesca. I cast Hex as the purple or the magenta and sapphire colors swirl just a black smoke around this target here.
You're one of my favorite people.
blind
Which one?
This one.
Okay.
He's not hexed.
All right.
My favorite musical.
What's
Same.
your stat that you're choosing?
He will have a disadvantage on dexterity ability checks. Nope.
Okay.
Strength ability checks.
All right.
Push him over.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack him with a booming blade attack again.
All right.
There's a way after if you doesn't move? Is that the way that kind of works?
If he doesn't move, he doesn't take the damage.
But
But
does
as,
it stack? That's what I was wondering.
no. It's until the end of until my next turn.
So then you just
That's a
reapply
hit.
it. Gotcha.
So I hit him again. I will indeed eat another bardic inspiration to do psychic damage again.
So you're doing booming blade plus the hex damage plus
Plus the psychic damage. May I borrow d6?
Yeah.
just.
I went from enchanter to fucking kill thing. Do damage types matter in this case?
In this case, no.
Okay. 10, 15 plus 4. 19.
Damn. Okay.
Just wait, second blade's getting nuts later.
That's a hell of a concentration check I'm gonna have to make. All right, so 19.
Yeah,
that's a fail.
not even.
Okay. And all right, next is going to be Kita.
Oh,
Kita is going
Why are
to
you looking at me? It ain't my turn. It's Keita, and then it's
do
her,
her-
and it's me.
her
Then it's
trace
you.
attackies. All right, miss, hit. That is actually gonna hit. Okay, so it's 2 hits. D4s. I got. So we got 3, 5. We're gonna say actually another. All right. Is it any time they take damage, or is it
Whenever I hit them.
whenever you hit them? Okay. All right, so it's like 100.
Whenever I do an extra 1d6 necrotic damage whenever I hit it with an attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to watch that tonight. I don't even care. I'm gonna stay up.
It's you.
Because it's a great movie.
It's wonderful. I
And
took
because
mine.
Johnny Depp is a fantastic singer. And Alan Rick. Oh, Alan Rick.
R.I.P.
I'm sad.
With
I'm
the
sad
with
now.
the with the ranks of Pearl and Raven.
No.
I'm gonna cast another bonfire under him.
Okay.
Oh, new bonfire.
New bonfire.
You just don't want to use any spell slots, do you?
I used one for pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so another bonfire. Between the two of them, I'm assuming.
I've learned not to use up those spell slots in this campaign.
Okay, so that's going to be an 11 plus 3, I think. So 14.
I'm trying to pull it up. I don't remember. I think it
Yours was 15, so that's a fail. That's going to be a pass. So we got 1 pass, 1 fail. The one, if you roll higher than a 5, it's going to die.
6.
Okay.
Which one dies?
The wounded one. The one that was fucked up real bad.
The one that I hexed?
The black one or the...
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, both
Yeah,
of
it
them
was
are
that one that you
wounded.
did. That's the one you did a motherfuck ton. Yeah, so it's that one. All right.
I'm gonna kill them.
Is that your turn?
Mischief. Yes.
Okay.
Mischief.
Ace.
I'm just gonna shoot an arrow at the remaining one.
You can do your spell thing first. The one that you have that you've forgotten to do since
It works.
you need to
Oh
put it
yeah,
out
so
first.
it's...
a
Oh,
bonus
Hunter's
action.
Mark?
There you go.
Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
So she marks that one.
Now I'm gonna mark that one.
Nice.
So wait, what's it?
You get an extra d6 damage.
It's
And you can track it as well, but the main thing is
Back
damage.
to life.
Yeah, 1 extra d6 went a weapon attack.
With you while you're wearing your coral there. And you're flowing along elven
14.
hair.
Plus 4 is 18.
Forgot to do that.
That'll hit.
D8 plus 6. Or plus the d6. No, you roll.
No?
That's a
D10.
10.
Oh. This one.
Yeah,
Well,
just
okay.
leave that there. That was a 6,
Six.
but yeah.
Oh.
8,
Oh, wow.
6, 14 plus
Max
2,
damage.
16.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's a papa.
That's
Okay.
a really deeply
So yeah,
penetrating
Ace,
arrow.
she concentrates for a moment and then scores a hit directly in one of its eyes.
I'm finally awake
And
now.
then, another, and there's just goo coming out of its eyeball,
Yeah.
eye socket. And next is going to be Ferenz. He's going to do an attack. 1. That's missed.
Oh.
Okay. And then it's going to be Shaman.
Okay.
Shaman.
Alright, there we go. That's 19.
Yeah,
I
Give
hit
me
the,
a treat.
take the staff and I hit him with it. And I say, you shall not pass.
Yeah.
Booming blade as well.
Oh!
Dang.
Listen here, you little shit.
I didn't know you had it until you were doing this. So
Okay.
let me look at how much just a hit did.
Oh, I see I'm a bard and I inspired you.
One,
Sorry.
6. No, Yeah, 1/6 plus
Dude.
4.
Going magic initiate
Oh.
has been so good and flavorful because I didn't want to go into warlock.
5 plus, of course, if he
But-
moves, he takes D8.
Going magic initiate warlock gave me
Alright,
the
so he
2
takes
cantrips that I
5.
have, Eldritch Blast and Booming Blade, and then the 1 Hex a day. And I think that's so like good and flavorful.
Yeah, it works really well.
And,
Okay.
And I still get to be just a full bard.
So what it does, now that it's its turn, I haven't been rolling to see if it gets its web back. That was the first turn, second turn, and that's it. So no. Okay. It is going to now that its friend is dead, is going to scuttle away.
Was it within range of me because it was sharing the space or no?
I would say.
Takes 8 points of damage as it runs away.
I would say yeah. It's
Oh yeah, the thunder damage.
Yeah.
So it's 8, and then you had it on there too, didn't you?
No, I had it on the other thing.
one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But do I get an attack of opportunity?
Everyone in that area. Yeah.
It's not
Trident.
Is it on fire? Is it when it starts its turn or ends its turn?
Well, when it ends its turn, it takes the damage, but I'm just wondering if it's even on fire because it made the save, but I don't know how that works. If it just didn't hurt
It doesn't automatically catch it on fire unless you like coat it in grease or something. So it's basically it burns it, but it's not like on fire. Unless it says in the spell that it puts it on fire.
Actions.
No,
Man.
I know that the spider is
Go
on
away
fire,
with that
but
one.
I made
13?
a fire under it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the fire stays until you get rid of it.
I've got plenty over
Oh
here.
no,
13
go
to hit.
away with
13
Jesus.
does not.
I've already rolled it.
hit.
We can't pull it. For me, whenever he moved away, it was 17
17 does hit.
and 5 points of damage.
All right. Okay, it is going to scuttle away 30 feet.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
you little
and did
bitch.
friends get attacked too, or
Oh yeah, he would. He would. Good point. Good point.
it's right there?
It's easy to forget about people that aren't here.
Is that a humanoid?
Oh wait.
It is a monstrosity.
Okay.
Okay, so that is going to. I'm sure that hits. So 4, 8, and then. All right, and it is at this point one of its with that one of its legs was chopped. Actually, several of its legs were chopped off, and it is just kind of crawling away. It only gets 15 feet. And
Next round, or what are you doing now?
Zora.
I'm gonna walk right up to it. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna like lean forward and whisper. I hate spiders. And force to make a wisdom saving throw. With level 2 dissonant whispers.
That's a fail.
16 points of psychic damage, and it has to run away from me.
It's dead.
Oh yay.
Because I was gonna do an attack of opportunity on it.
On it as well.
I'm gonna say what it does whenever you do that. It just kind of like curls up, and then just stops breathing.
I'm scared to death.
You scared it to death.
Wow.
All right, and since our friend here must get his
Yeah.
rest for his workies,
Yeah.
you guys will finish your long rest, and then we'll be able to pick up next time.
So do we just
Get the long rest.
Fully
Shall we
rested.
You will get
just
your
go
long
back,
rest.
to, go back to
Gotcha.
sleep?
Yeah, I'm not gonna make y'all do more fights before you finish your rest. I'm not a dick.
Dude, tell me that Psychic Blades isn't nuts.
It's cool. That's why I wanted to make an assassin bard,
Mm-hmm.
and you combine sneak attack with that.
As long as you go 15-5 in either direction, you get the same amount of d6s
Mm-hmm.
in the end.